Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys right here, right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Slap up them likes and keep getting stuck in the chat. So today we're going to be talking about the free Isak movement. We're going to be talking about Garnacho to Spurs. Already Lewis was bitching about that in the... Garnacho to Chelsea, sorry. Already Lewis was bitching about that in the background. Little fraud. Hold that. What a win for you this week. We're also going to be talking about, all the guys. All the other clubs. Because it seems like Ezaid headed to Spurs. No more Arsenal. Anyway, my brother played beautiful football with Manchester City. You get me? Biggest gaslighter on this platform. How doing, Vator, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. You know what? You got to give the people what they want. You got to give the people what they want, and you got me first, rightfully so. You got Vator games first. So allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vator games. Let's go, people. It's gonna be a show.
You know that one is never enough. You know this community.
Like the ladies say that all the time. Let's go. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vator games.
Legend.
Let's go.
Legend. Anyway, speaking of ladies, this guy, just like the ladies, has gotten over his ex real quick because he's already singing Thomas Frank praises after that 3-0 win against Burnley. Lil fraud. I knew he'd turn after one game. Anyway, hi, Jacob.
I didn't turn after one game. It was one interview.
You're a liar.
It was one interview, and it was before Thomas Frank had ever managed a single match for Tottenham. So, you know,
is he the best-looking Danish man you know?
Champion shirt, by the way. I got the European champion shirt behind me. I got the European champion, Capitano, Cuti, happy Cuti Romero Day to all those who celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Cuti, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. I fucking love Cuti Romero. He's the fucking GOAT, and I hope you know.
I hope you know.
Hope you know. If you don't know, get to know. Anyway, joining me next, 1-0 win. Now we get to the boring football part of the show. You get me? 1-0 win away at Old Trafford, causing naps all around the planet. Man, like Dayo is in the building. How are you doing, Dayo, mate?
I'm good, man. What's up? Shit, 1-0 win.
Actually, Dayo, I'm gonna need to know your GPS location before I can validate your football opinion or not.
My GPS location, ask Google.
I need the longitude, latitude.
ChatGPT, Google, they know exactly where I'm at. You just hit them up, be like, hey, where Dayo at? They're like, boop, 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 longitude 96.29, latitude 37. It will give it to you. I got a GPS tracker on me. I'm messing with you, bro. How you doing?
Big up to you, Dayo. Joining us next, you get me. He told me in the group chat that there will be 4 wins to start the season. He's already 0 from 1 to start the season. Little fraud. I can't even run my agendas properly anymore because of him. How you doing, Lewis, mate?
Yo, big up everybody. Day 36 of the 1,461-day reign as your world champs is among us. Big up to all the kings and queens watching and to all the other unwashed peasants. Hit the like button and acknowledge your kings. And it's been a bit of a frustrating weekend for your world champs, but we'll get into all of it. Shout out everybody. Up the Blues. Still world champs.
Fairs. And just like last year, this is a carbon copy. Shik is the loser once again. It's just so, like, I feel sorry for the guy. He's a great guy and shit, but they just keep losing. Like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go like, oh, you get me? They played beautiful, but they lost. You get me? So, anyway, I love working with this guy. He knows how much I love him as well. He's my brother. Little fraud too. How you doing, Shik, mate?
You said it best, man. New season, same old Manchester United, man. Same old Manchester United. Look at the table.
You watch WWE,
I don't know if you've seen the Premier League table. I don't know if people look at the Premier League table after one game. I'm pretty sure people don't. But if you look at the
Only
Premier League
Jacob does.
table, we're
Only
15th.
Jacob does.
We're 15th again.
Say swear, you're actually 15. You're taking
Yeah,
the
look
piss.
at it. Yeah, look at the table. Share screen.
I'm actually gonna look at it now.
I actually haven't even looked at the table yet, so it'd be worth a look.
Oh
we're
my
15th.
god, you
Me neither.
actually are 15th.
We're 15th. Yeah.
Y'all mentioned that y'all hadn't looked at the table. Well, you know, at one point in time, Tommy did touch the top of the table with Tottenham. So
But you know, we had a good
Tottenham have been
performance.
top before. They just don't last though.
Hussam,
Some
can
people
I,
have been saying
can I-
we've
Well,
had a
you
good
know,
Bruno Santo
performance.
has done that.
it ain't about
Ainge
how long you get
Postecoglou's
it. It's
done that.
about getting it in general.
Jose did it.
Hussam, you
Terrible.
guys, please, guys, forgive me if I cut off and cut in. They sent me new modems and stuff that I was supposed to install before logging in, and that's what I was trying to do when you sent me that message, Hussam.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
My
Don't
whole
worry
new
about
router and everything. All so it's
it.
like,
Don't
all
worry
right.
about it. We appreciate you regardless.
Yeah,
Big up
so
to you.
it keeps cutting off.
You know, I just want to say one thing to the people who's watching. Maybe they don't recognize it. First of all, big up to Cyan. It says groceries yesterday looked like one of those American YouTubers on Sidemen charity matches. On a serious note, Sam, what percentage chance you're giving on Isak to Liverpool now? Genuinely, is it still 100%? I never said 100%. I said 99%, but I stick by my 99%. I think all hell has broken loose over there, and it's not going to end well. Let's just put it that way. Appreciate you, Cyan. Thank you so much for the super
He says
chat.
American YouTubers. He talking about Sidemen charity. Isn't that a British thing?
No, I think he means like I show speed, basically. That's what he means.
Is a better athlete than any of us here or in the chat. So next, what else?
I have no idea who he means. Can
Exactly.
yeah, fair. Big
He's
up
talking
Cyan.
about man
Wasted
like
$10
Bateson.
to
I
be
saw that
a
clip from the
loser.
YouTube charity match.
Yeah. You wanna know something, guys? Let me tell you something about this whole Jacob top of the league thing. See, people might not know this.
It was
but when
momentary because then City
No,
played later.
wait,
but before
wait,
City
wait.
kicked off,
Can I share a story with the chat, please, in peace?
okay,
Hi, chat.
okay.
When I first met this Billy Cyrus fraud, they were top of the league. I hate Man United more than anyone. I hate Chelsea. I hate City. I don't hate Arsenal or Spurs. But if I'm talking about the 5 panelists today, if I'm just talking about them as panelists, the worst headache of my life would be if Spurs won the league. Because I know Jacob. That's literally the only
I'm
reason.
Googling flights to
Like,
Jordan
there
if
is
we win
no
the league.
other reason, bro. I'm telling
Damn,
you
I
right
need to up
now.
my game.
Jacob is dropping an album.
Oh, you know, I know something, Lewis. If you do win the league, I just probably get cooked a little bit, and that's it, and life moves on. But like, it's just if it's
Yeah, I just probably
Jacob,
bring up one more Poch quote just for the culture, and then just
yeah, exactly. But if it's Jacob, I met Jacob when Ainge was flying and Spurs were top of the league. You do not understand the shit
What
that
a
this
time to
man
be
was
alive.
saying.
What a
You
time
don't.
to be alive.
One day, international break, whatever, just go back, chat, and just watch Jacob during that 10-game run. This guy is the most unbearable human being when Spurs are doing well. The only
Well,
one who
right
could
now we're
probably
undefeated,
vouch,
so-
because he knew him at the time, was Vator. That's it. That's the only one who can vouch. Like, this guy was so unbearable, bro. I'm telling you right now. He was so irritating. Like, oh, don't talk to me. I'm top of the league. Talk to me nicely. When you're above me, you can talk to me. And then we got above him, and then this guy's
Talk
like,
to me nicely.
yeah, anyway, H Postecoglou's is this. H was like, you are a fraud. But anyway, I'll let it go for the sake of this for the sake of this show. Anyway, guys, likes up, subscribe, and I want to start off with this Arsenal Man United thing. You get me? Because it was the big clash this weekend.
Was it?
I mean, on paper.
Was it a top
On
4
paper.
side versus a bottom 8 side? Like, what are we
Wow.
doing?
Oh, wow. We have arrived to the
mean,
day where a Spurs fan can banter a United fan. Wallahi. Ferguson, you have blood on it.
Fergie can hold that old bastard.
I agree. I actually agree with that as well.
Okay.
Let me start with Shik first. As the
Mhm.
loser this week,
Mm.
once again, your life. You get me? Not you as a
Same old.
person. Your club is the loser, of course.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about this new season?
Frustrating. I mean, I'll talk real quick about the game itself. Frustrating. Because I think we were the better team, and I think we deserved at least a draw. People can say here, and I've seen a lot of the discourse online saying we had a good performance, there's improvements because we had a good performance, all that type of stuff. To me, and currently at the stage that we're in, good performance and all that stuff is fine, but he has to get results and he has to win. And this game, I don't know, something more. We could have gotten at least a point from this game, and I think we deserved it as well. Bright debuts for Cunha and Mbeumo, and let's be honest, if there was any improvement, it was probably in our attack, and it was mainly because of the both of them, adding them both there. It's definitely like changed my life. I'm not going to lie. Not seeing Garnacho and Højlund week in, week out. I'm actually seeing a lot more improvements in just, ball carrying, certain plays here and there from Mbeumo and also from Cunha. But the rest of the team, most of the players, who've been coached under Emram last season, kind of pretty much the same. The lineup that he picked, Mason Mount in the 9 in the first game of the season against Arsenal Football Club. And you've just bought a striker, and you've just been talking about him in like post match press conferences after preseason games, saying, we needed a striker, and Højlund, paraphrasing, but certain situations wasn't good enough last season. But then you start Mount when Xerxes on the bench, bringing on Ugarte before Menu. Menu didn't even play at all, didn't get no minutes, and you still haven't learned from the Lyon game when you brought on Menu and he got us a draw, and then we ended up getting the winner through Maguire. You haven't learned at all. So people can sit here and talk about improvements and all of that. Where I'm at with this manager is he's got to get results. Can you sit here still? And the question is that can we still win back-to-back games? We play Fulham next. We play Burnley after. What team is he going to start? Not playing Ahmad when Calafiori and Ben White were pretty much getting, Ben White was getting cooked. Calafiori should have been a lot more exposed on that right-hand side, and we should have just tried to attack them more there, but he just didn't make those changes. Sesko should have, I think, started, or Xerxes should have played in the 9 instead of Mount. Mount provided nothing other than running around like a headless chicken and just energy, this and that. Nothing on the ball, to be honest. And that's it. Cunha and Mbeumo were bright sparks, but the rest of it all was the same. And I want to also highlight this. If you see the goal, which was the main difference between obviously the result itself, because it was a 1-0 score. The goal itself came from a midfielder error, and the goal itself came from a goalkeeping error. 2 positions that we've been trying to get in the transfer market. The goal came from Bruno Fernandes trying to not clear the ball away. He plays a hospital pass to Euro, and it goes out for a corner. And then Bayern Dier makes a mistake in goal. And those are 2 positions that we've been looking to get in the transfer window. So go out and get those signings. We need a goalkeeper. We need a midfielder. Casemiro was... I don't even want to speak about him. There was a moment where he was trying to chase Odegaard, and I remember this vividly. In the middle of the pitch, Odegaard's just driving with the ball, and he's running behind him. It was terrible to see, absolutely embarrassing. And there's problems still clear in the team. We still struggle to play out from the back. We still struggle to build. They'll do 2 or 3 sideways passes here and there, and then they eventually just end up playing it long. So it's not like there's been a lot of improvements in those aspects, but there has been a little bit of improvement in the attack, of course, when you are having Cunha and Mbeumo in your team. It's really the rest. Team selections are still the same, and I'm still worried, man. We've lost our first game of the season. We play Fulham next, which is a tough place to go for a lot of teams, even though we ended up winning there last year. But we play Fulham next. We play Burnley after. And then it's Manchester City and Chelsea back-to-back. So pressure is on. He's got to start getting things right, and we need to get a goalkeeper and we need to get a midfielder. Cool, we missed out on Baliba. I was a Baliba. Not anymore, but I was a Baliba. But it's like, who do you move on to after? Who do you try to go on and get after? Who's the alternative in that midfield department? So this is where I'm at, man. But yeah, I guess you could say, I mean, I'm not.
I disagree with so much you've said. I usually agree with everything you said. I do think you played a lot better. I don't think Arsenal deserve to get 3 points at all in the game based on performance. Okay, hear me out. Let me tell you what I disagree with. I think you played a lot better than last season. I don't think Mount was bad. I think Mount actually kept the ball really well because he's playing in a position where he isn't supposed to be there. He actually passed the ball well, Mount.
Why is he starting?
Okay, that's a different question, but I just don't think Mount played bad.
No, but that's an important question. First game of the season against Arsenal.
Maybe Sesko's just not fit. I don't know.
He hasn't played in the 9 in preseason in any of the games. If he's played at 10. Why is he playing in the 9 all of a sudden?
Okay, fair enough. That's a very valid question.
He lost to Southampton.
If you wanted to use a profile like Mount, if you wanted to use a player or a profile like Mount in the 9, I would understand it more if you played Bruno in the 9. That would make a lot more sense to me of why you picked Bruno in the 9. Why play Mount? You know that Sam Mount provides nothing on the ball. He doesn't.
I think your best player was Cunha.
Yes,
I think
of
Mbeumo
course.
messed up a lot of moments in the final third in terms of passes and stuff like this, which will come with time because he needs time to gel. But Cunha for me was Man United's best player. But I don't. I think you deserve to get at least a point from that game. I don't think a loss was a fair result. And to be honest with you, if I'm a Man United fan, I'm seething at that Bayender guy in goal because whether it's a foul or not, you can't be getting beaten that easily. Like, you know, if Saliba did that to Alisson, that's not 1-0. You get what I'm saying? Like, you still need to have like something about you where you ain't just gonna get pushed off the ball that easily. But I do think you did play better. I'll be honest with you. I really think you did play
I think you guys are being harsh on the keeper error, though. I really do. I mean,
I'll say this: we had more shots in total. We had more shots on target. But if you look more deeper into the stats, there was no clear cut chances for us, like clear cut chances. Maybe it's the Cunha one. Dorgu hits the post, and then Mbeumo has that header that Raya saved. But I think that was more of a half chance.
There was a really good chance. No, Shik, come on, that's not fair. There was a really good chance. I know Mbeumo couldn't get his feet sorted, but he got into the 6-yard box.
That was a good save. Yeah, I guess you could say that one. I guess you could say that was one clear-cut chance, but that's about it.
Mbeumo header?
Yes, we had more momentum. And Mbeumo header half chance. I consider that more of a half chance, which is another good save too.
That's not a half chance. Raya had an unbelievable save.
It was more of a half chance to me. But okay, cool. We'll count those two. But that's about it. So you say we did play well, which I do agree to a certain extent. But the point that I'm trying to make is we played well in terms of our attack, and it was mainly because of our two new signings. Did it have anything to do with Ruben Amorim's system more so, or was it just those two players being utilized, like just their talent being shown? We know Cunha is a ball progressor. He's done that multiple times for Wolves, and he did the same thing. How's it not fair? And Mbeumo, we know, is an outlet. It's no brainer. You ask Osam, how are we going to use Mbeumo? He would have told you we're going to try to ping the ball to him every single time, and he's going to try to bring the ball forward or try to take a player on, and then wait for an overlap, which is what we did in the first half. But it's a lot of things. So
Shik, I'm a little confused at how harsh. Well, it's your team, it's your club.
We lost the game.
No.
I don't understand.
Dayo, you're hearing Amarin out. That's what you're hearing.
No. Listen, I get you lost the game aspect of it, but I'm not even trying to banter or anything. I'm actually being serious. Like, I think Arsenal played crap. Total. When I say crap, like total below, like a high school football team will beat Arsenal yesterday. Should beat Arsenal the way we played. Good high school. No. I'm saying like that's. I looked at the team and I was like, what are we doing? So if you're this hard on your team, I'm asking myself, like, how bad were you for you to not be able to beat a team that we all saw clearly? Everybody on this panel will tell you. If you ask them to rate Arsenal on a scale of 10 yesterday, forget banter, like talk football. Every single person here will rate us 2 or 3, maybe 1.
What performance out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10 from Arsenal yesterday.
Oh, you were horrible.
Exactly. So my point is, I'm wondering where Shik is. Like, if you're saying that was a half chance, I was saying that I'm like the only person that deserves anything in my team yesterday was Raya. Raya kept us in that game.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. That makes it more frustrating for me is because you guys were crap, and we should have won, and we didn't. We just didn't do enough.
And again, this is the.
And that's the most frustrating part too.
We're not going to catch. Raya had a very good game.
Maybe I get that part.
Maybe we're not going to catch Arsenal like this later on in the season. Maybe Gyökeres might take some time he might need some time to gel this and that to get more familiarized with the league, and maybe he might start scoring goals much later on. So this was definitely an opportunity for us to at least for Ruben Amorim to start, to start on a positive track and get things right. And I think
I totally agree with you.
I'm criticizing him because I think he failed from the lineup itself.
Okay, so
I think that's where we're on the back foot right away.
Can I say
what I
Can I say this real quick? Because I'm just in response.
Okay, Xerxes was fit. Manu was fit. Why are you playing Ugarte?
I'll say this as an Arsenal fan, right? The truth is, football, luck is part of football. We all agree to this. Luck is part of football. There are games where you play amazingly well and you lose. September the 4th, 2022, we came to Old Trafford, our first game of the season against you at Old Trafford. We outplayed you guys in the park and you beat us 3-1. it doesn't like we played better, but we lost. So my thing is there's an element of luck. Maybe yesterday was just Arsenal's element of luck.
2022,
badly.
huh?
Yeah, but like no, we played badly and we got the win. But I think you're being overly hard on a team that I personally am looking at and saying, phew, we were lucky. Like that's the only reason we won that game. Luck. There was a penalty in that game for you that was not called. Because if that was my player, I would call for that
I think
penalty.
it should have honestly been.
I think it should have been the penalty. I know, but that's what I'm saying, the luck element. So I think
this is great.
And when it's the luck element, I can't blame the manager again for that part because again, he's done everything to put you. You struck the upright, Dorgu, terrorized my defenders. Raya made 7 saves.
Yeah,
7 striking the upright, 7 saves. You had more ball possession. You created more shots on target.
I think Man United objectively were better on the pitch.
You were way better.
Yeah, and
you were better than the team that finished second last season.
We didn't win.
No, you didn't win.
The
But
point. That's not
It
the
is the
point.
point. We're not. Well, yes,
No.
but the point is that these performances for Amram currently in this situation will get him how far if it doesn't produce results. Currently,
I actually think
But
based
yes,
on the
situation-
performance yesterday,
not for
based on the
United fans.
performance yesterday, because it's match week 1, I think the performance yesterday shows me that Manchester United are going to have a great season. If they
Okay,
continue
let's say we draw against Fulham or we beat Fulham. What do you guys think? I don't know. We beat Fulham. We
sounds
draw against
gaslighting.
Fulhum. Let's say we beat Burnley. Okay, I could probably sit here and say we beat Burnley. We have a chance to beat Burnley, or I'm expecting us to beat Burnley. Okay,
Mhm.
we have the same type of performances. We go to Manchester City, we lose. We play against Chelsea, maybe we draw. That's how many? 6 points, 7 points out of our first 5 games. Are we going to still sit here and say, "Oh, our performances are looking good. Maybe we can turn things around"?
Yeah, but when that happens, we'll have
that
conversation.
trajectory is.
But on the pitch, you look a lot
Spin off
better.
Ugarte
Yeah, but
first.
that's
you'll be
what I'm
right.
trying
I
to
wouldn't
say,
go so
though.
far. I wouldn't go so far
That's
to say
what I'm
that
trying to
United are
say,
going to have a
though.
great season.
Okay, do they look okay when I say great season? We have to contextualize it here.
But Sam, you
They're
really
obviously
think
not
that
going to win the
currently in this-
league. They're
Let
not
me
going to
also-
win like whatever. You get me? We're
Let me
talking
highlight
about
this
them
thing for
going
you.
from 15th to 5th, 6th, 7th.
Let me highlight this thing for you.
Wow.
Our midfield, which I've been literally talking about for weeks on this show, saying our midfield is a big problem. We need a player. That's why I was so hyped about us just being linked for Baliba.
Mhm.
Those 10 days that we were linked with Baliba were beautiful because
Magical.
like it was magical. Definitely 100%. But yeah, it's so important because if you think about all the 3 midfielders that we barred Kabimenu because the guy didn't even play. The fact that Ugarte is getting picked over him is honestly a criminal offense. It's insane. I don't understand how. What is Ugarte? What do you see in Ugarte in that moment that you're thinking, yeah, he's a better pick than Kabimenu on the pitch? That he's going to provide this or he's going to provide that currently in that situation. I don't understand. But all 3 other midfielders, Bruno, Casemiro, and Ugarte, were awful yesterday. Bruno Fernandes was at fault for the goal. Casemiro was not good. He was not good. Let's.
I don't think Casemiro was bad either.
He was the better
Casemiro
of
was
the
not
3.
good.
He was the better of the
Casemiro was
3.
not good. Okay, they were all.
Casemiro
3
actually had a
scores.
couple of good passes as well, like when he put Mbuemo through on goal.
Yeah. I think, listen, I hear you, Shik. I know it's week 1 and United fans' patience, it's depleted. Like, you guys have no time for Amarin.
It's not that. You have to understand is that Arsenal were there to be got at, and we just didn't do enough. That's what's upset. That's what's frustrating about this.
I think, okay, but to say, I think, and this is why maybe we're saying the same thing in different ways, but I think you did do enough to win. You didn't win, right? When we look at the chances that you created, when we look at who had the more threatening times, I think you did. And again, when Arsenal get that goal in the fashion that they did, and I'm one. I mean, this was posted online. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was actually contact with the keeper's hand. Like Saliba actually had the keeper's hand through that phase of play. So when you lose the game that way, and again,
and he was trying to rip Mount shirt off.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're neutral and you're saying, you know what, United deserved more than that. You guys being like, we should have won it. We hear it, but the only reason why you didn't was because of a very questionable goal and a disallowed or not even called penalty. So the harshness and the Amarin and United fans, you do what you got to do. You want them out, I get it. But this game in particular, as a neutral, you guys did enough to win, honestly.
I agree. I agree. I think draw would have been fair result. Just draw. If the game ended 1-1 and United equalized at the end, it would have been a fair result. And actually, speaking of, that opens up a very interesting can of worms about Arsenal. Let's speak about Arsenal a little bit, because I think with what Shik's saying, only time will tell. So we have to wait until match week 2, match week 3, and then Shik could be either 100% correct or 100% wrong. Literally, only time will tell. We have no choice with Man United, because performance-wise, if they repeat again in the next 2 games, they might win both games. So you genuinely never know. So
Yeah,
I'm just
but
gonna
if
have
I
to be
ask you
patient.
right now, what's the lineup against Fulham? Can you confidently tell me? And I don't know this in his second season. This is a problem.
No, it's
Don't you
not.
I hear you.
Yes,
That's
of
fair.
course it is a problem.
That's fair.
You just
all-
acquired new.
We all preseason sat here thinking we're confident Ahmad's gonna play
Is
wing back.
Sesko
He
fit?
is the
Is
wing back.
Sesko fit?
Well, Ahmad will be the wing back. He is the wing back
Mhm.
that we all sat in preseason. I saw him in preseason play as a wing back and play as a 10. And then Dayo starts all of a sudden.
I think Ahmad will play wing back, but just is Sesko fit now? Is he fit, like game
I think,
fit?
yeah, I think he is fit.
As in, like, can he start fitness wise? Can he start?
I expect him to start the next game. Yeah.
Hussam, you know, there's something I say
Yeah.
to people a lot of times. You might look at a player and say, because he played all preseason, a day before a game, in training, one little thump, and you might not be fit enough for the next day. So let's not assume that
Mhm.
the guy was fit and the manager just decided, oh, you know what, I'm going to be stupid. Like, you want to manage your players as well. You don't want to, like, I don't. The way you guys played in the first half, you outplayed us. With all the people that you're saying he didn't start, you still outplayed Arsenal in the first half. In the second half, you came and you dominated even more in the second half, even when you brought Ahmad on board and everybody. Okay, so what makes you think if you brought Ahmad on board in the first half as a wing back and Ahmad flew going forward, we won't probably maybe exploited Ahmad's position and scored 2? Would you blame Ahmad then?
No, but at that time, no, but
Look,
it's
again.
but you weren't exploiting us because you had White and Calafiori as fullbacks before he made the changes for Lewis Kelly and Timber.
All
you
I'm
looked
saying
better
is,
in those situations.
listen.
With
All
Timber
I'm saying is, at the end of the day, my team was lucky, and luck is part of the game. If you can't own up to that, you were unlucky. That's all it was. If anything had to go 2 + 2 = 4, you deserve to win 3-0 yesterday. The amount of time you struck the bar, the balls that Raya saved, if it was meant to be the way life is, like linear, you deserve to win 3-0. But we rode our luck. And unfortunately, you guys were unlucky. That is not it. Like, I would, if my team
Unlucky week 1. Unlucky week 1.
If my team lost that way, I would not be slapping the hell out of them like, oh, the manager. No, it's like, you know what? Clearly, you guys, you were better. I was on the edge of my seat the whole 90 minutes.
I like this A-listers Dayo. I like this A-listers version of Dayo.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole 90 minutes. And this is me saying to myself, because again, Mo would tell you, the day before in the match when I was on the screen with Mo, he asked me, what do you think the scoreline is? And I told him, I said, I just want to go and scumbag a win there tomorrow. I want a 1-0 win and I want to get out of there. You know why?
It actually happened exactly what you wanted as well.
Exactly. You know why? Because when I look at the history of Arsenal and Manchester United at Old Trafford, every time we've played our first game, every season, do you know the last time we beat you?
This version of Dayo.
I don't. Because I know that when we come there, it's
Vator, do you always just gaslight or kiss people's asses? Is that your thing?
This is a quality performance.
Like, you're either going like Professor Dayo, allow it, bro.
It was never going to be easy for us. We haven't won at Old Trafford in our first game there of the season in a very, very long time, and we've never won.
So you're basically telling Shik that they actually deserve to win, not just
They did. Look, see, United deserve to win, and I'm glad that we won. This is what I'll say. United deserved to win. They were unlucky. We were lucky. We won, and I'm glad that we won because these are the types of games last season that we lose points from winning positions where we come and lose 2-1, where we lost 20-something points last season and drew 14 games. These are the type of games that Arsenal does that in. So seeing that this season, I'm just like, you know what? Hey, as long as we don't make those type of mistakes this season, my fingers crossed, whenever we need to be lucky, let's be lucky.
Okay, no, wait. I want to ask the real questions about Arsenal because we ain't going to let you get away with this. First of all, make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Got 700 people in here. Get the likes up. Here's the thing with Arsenal. Dayo.
Yeah, go on.
This is episode 1. You are correct. The problem is it's season 6, episode 1. That's the problem. Now, me and you have had conversations where we completely agreed on Arsenal Football Club, like literally like 90% agreement on Arsenal, 95% even, I'd say. So here's the thing that I want to say. The problem with why Arsenal should be more disappointed than Man United, in my opinion, regardless of result, is because for Arsenal, performance does matter, because you don't need just results, because it's not match week 30, it's match week 1. So you've got to win, and you've got to win in a way that is sustainable. I still remember when Lewis's club under Thomas Tuchel, after winning the Champions League in the first 2 months of the season, were considered to be part of the title race. It was supposed to be Chelsea, Liverpool, and City that season. But because their offensive performances were unsustainable and they couldn't carry it on for the rest of the season, they eventually fell away from us. And Liverpool and City created that separation. So performances do matter, because if Arsenal play a certain way, they would get a lot more points across the season. What Roy Keane said for me is 100% fact. He said Liverpool and City in that game try to score the second, try to score the third, try to dominate. You get me? By the way, Liverpool did it last season. We went 1-0 up at Old Trafford. We didn't just sit on our ass. We went to score the second, score the third, 3-0. So Liverpool would have done that. City would have done that. Yesterday, and I'm actually going to defend Arsenal here. Yesterday, people were criticizing Gyökeres. I did as well as banter, but when we're talking serious football, you didn't create anything for Gyökeres. You literally created nothing for Gyökeres. Did you put Gyökeres through on goal? No. Did you give him a clear-cut chance? No. Did you create him a half chance? No. As a matter of fact, something opposite happened. Gyökeres created a chance for Martinelli. So I'm sat here going like, whoa. This is supposed to be the opposite, bro. Like Martinelli is supposed to be playing passes to Gyökeres. So my thing is, I believe performances do matter for you in this current moment in time, because you need to build a way where Mr. Gyökeres is getting chances. That's the thing for me. And I just don't think that what you're doing right now is sustainable for a striker scoring a lot of goals. That's the thing.
Well,
do you think, genuinely, just to wrap up, this is my question. First of all, tell me from what I said, do you agree with and disagree with? And the second thing is, are you in the camp of saying we should change the way that we attack? Forget midfield, defense, keeper, because I think that's actually good. But the way that you attack, do you think you need to change the way that you do it?
That is a given. That's going to happen because we haven't had a proper number 9 since Aubameyang. We haven't played with an out-and-out 9 since Aubameyang. So again, the players are going to have to adapt to it. That's number one. I'm not going to sit here and judge one game and be like, oh, again, you just gave all the answers. We didn't create for Gyökeres, so he couldn't do anything with it. So in that case, I'm not going to. If you go back into training and watch the game and you say, okay, this is where I made the mistake. Gyökeres runs this way. I'm going to have to release the ball on time. And you do that in training and you come and do it in the next game, and we see the results, then great. The same way we said we didn't create for Gyökeres, the last preseason game, we saw the difference when they created for him. He was in the box, he put a header in. So it is something that I know that they can do. It just was not done in this United game. It was done a game before that, when they created for him, and he put the ball in the back of the net.
I think left wing is your biggest weakness right now.
Yeah, no, left wing. I'll come to the left wing issue.
I'll be honest with you. If Martinelli's there and you even have Haaland up top, you won't win the league.
Look, again, I'll come to the left wing issue. I'm just answering the question that you asked me. The team will definitely have to adapt to now having a number 9 and how he plays and creating more for him. That's a given. Like you said to United, it's match week 1. You were unlucky. Amorim needs a little bit of luck as well with everything that he's doing. It's match week 1 for me too. I was lucky. I got away with a win, but there's a lot of things I need to tweak now. Are we talking about an Arsenal team that does not know how to play at all? No. This is a team that we know can be dangerous when they click. So I'm not worried about them clicking. It's how quickly they click. Because when I look back at my team years ago, I remember when we first brought in, and I'm not comparing because I know people are going to be like, yeah, are you trying to compare? No, I'm just talking about duration of time. When Henry came to Arsenal, it took him 9 games before he scored his first goal. And then he picked up from there, and that was it. So sometimes it takes a few games for a player to be able to kind of fill out the rest of the guys, which, again, if we had gotten him early, we could have done a lot of that in preseason. We did not. So we have to go with what we have right now, which is give him the 60 minutes, the 70 minutes. Let's see if the team is able to create for him more. If they're not.
How do you create for him more? You need to change the style.
That's why I said the style will change. Look, again, Mikel Arteta is the manager that I have seen change the style since 2022. 2022, we played a different way. 2023, 24, we played a different way. 24, 25, Arsenal played a different way. So now that has shown me that he's a manager that because he can change the way we play, should be able to change the way we play towards Victor Gyökeres. And that I expect him to do if he has any common sense.
Isn't this mentality the reason why you didn't, like, you draw a lot of games last season because of this? Like, instead of killing off teams,
last season we drew 14 games. Out of those 14 games,
that's a lot of draws, brother.
Hold on. Hossam, you're right.
We had 12 in the Invincible season.
Hold on, Hossam, you're right. We drew 14 games. Out of those 14 games, 6 of them we played with 10 men in discipline. 6 of those 14 we played with 10 men. The remaining 8 of those games we played 4 of them without the person who could create the most chances was Bukayo Saka. Like, realistically, that was the only person that made any sense last season. So you're looking at about 10 out of those 14 games where we genuinely were just useless. Again, from our own mistakes, our own indiscipline.
So how do you change that? You keep telling the problem, which I agree with. I agree with you on the diagnosis, but what's the solution, doctor? Tell me.
So the solution for me is keep your heads cool, keep 11 men on the pitch at all times this season. Do not do anything stupid to get a red card in any game because you saw how many games you dropped.
But you had 11 players against Man United.
And we won the game, Hossam. That's the bottom line.
Now you're talking about won the game, but we're not talking about the result.
Hossam, again, we're
talking about performance. You just told Shik that he deserved to win 3-0. You said it.
Hossam, don't play this game with me. You asked me a question, I'm answering your question.
But I'm asking performance, not result.
Performance-wise, I'm telling you what they need to do. I said keep 11 men in the game, keep your head down, don't get no red cards this season, so that that way you do not lose points in those games. Number 2, you've brought a striker. Pull up your big boy hats now, and your intelligence as footballers. It's your job to know how to put the ball to his feet so that the guy can put the ball in the back of the net. Do that as number 2. Do it in training, dream about it, write it down, do what you need to do. That's what you need to do as a player. But when you talk about fixing,
so the left wing thing, do you think that plays a part as well?
The left wing, I've been saying it all transfer window.
Do you think Martinelli can actually win a league title for you?
Let me ask you. You asked me about left wing. I've been saying it all transfer window. Get rid of Leandro Trossard, put Martinelli on the bench, and go pay the money for somebody like, hear what I'm saying. I did not say that's the person that will get, but somebody like a Rafael Leao. That caliber of player is the caliber of, I'm talking about the caliber now. Somebody who can perform game in, game out, right? That's what I want. Eze, for me, I asked you this, Hossam. If Eze joins Arsenal today, does he win me the league? No, my left wing will still be weak if Eze joins me.
Yeah, but I have a different reason for saying
you need Eze. You do need Eze.
Wait. I have a different reason for saying no. Wait. The reason for me saying no is who your manager is, not because of Eze himself. I actually think Eze is exactly what the doctor ordered, given who your current striker is. Because you have Gyökeres up top, Eze on the left, creativity. Saka on the right, creativity. Odegaard behind him, creativity. You actually now are creating chances for Gyökeres. I think if Eze becomes an Arsenal player, he'll create triangles with Odegaard and Gyökeres. He'll create triangles with the strikers. And the other side as well, you can see spaces being freed up to Saka. Eze roasted Chelsea, by the way. Like, that's an unbelievable player. People act like Eze is like mid or something. Eze ain't mid. Eze is a very good player, by the way.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm going to break it down the way I understand it on my own level, which is very, very, very small. I don't have the highest education, so I'll do it this way for you.
Don't be modest.
No. I want him to understand where I'm coming from. I look at my squad, right? I look at my squad and I look at last season and the things that killed us. We didn't have a striker, number 1. Number 2, our squad depth. We didn't have man for man in a position to be able to help.
Problem solved, both of them.
No, hold on. So now in all of that, we've solved goalkeeper. Kepa is decent enough to come in and do a job if Raya is injured. Left back, right back, center back, full backs. We have people that can do a job. Midfield, we still have the Italian Neres. We have the Mikel Marinos. We have people that can do a job, right? Look at the right wing. If Saka is out, Madueke can do a business. Then he can do something on that side. Up front, if there's no Gyökeres, Havertz, on his good day, we'll put the ball in the back of net or trouble defenders. My left wing, totally useless. So let me fix that left wing before I start thinking of a left mid Eze, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't want Eze. I'm saying when I look on paper at my squad.
Yeah, but you're letting your solution go to Spurs, even though he wants to join you.
Listen, again,
I think you need Eze. I think yesterday's game, you needed Eze. You needed Eze.
I hear you. That's your opinion.
If Eze okay, quick question.
If Eze was on the pitch other than Martinelli, yeah.
If Eze was on the pitch, do Arsenal have 0.29 XG? Be honest.
No, I don't think we have 0.29 XG. But again, I'm looking at how my team sets up and how we play. So again, Hossam, here's the problem. Who plays on the right? Who plays in my center? My mid right. Who plays on my midfield right? Odegaard.
Say
Right?
no. The whole team for me
No,
would
no,
be the
hold on,
same,
hold
but
on.
then
Yeah,
just
yeah,
take out Martinelli, put Eze. That's it.
Again,
Mhm.
so again, the position that Eze would probably, I'm just letting you know how we play and where they would want to play him, because you are just saying put Eze on the left wing. He plays
No,
on
but Dio, you said it
I
right
think you're
earlier.
being too technical with it.
No, but Dio, you were on point when you said it earlier when you brought up all the examples of Arteta adapting, right? If you were to get an Eze, he would adapt and create a system that would get the best out of him being on that pitch in addition to what you already have.
You know what? Because this season is for me, for Arteta, is win or bust. I would not even want to risk him trying to readapt somebody there. Get me an out and out left winger who you know can perform. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so you have no excuses to tell me, oh, Eze needed 10 games to play on that left wing for him to adapt to Gyökeres. I don't want to hear that. I understand.
But I think Eze can play left wing though. I think this whole like he's a left attacking midfielder. Yeah, but
No,
that's
I'm
just
not
because of the
saying- I'm not
style
saying-
that's
I'm not
because of the style that Palace play. But when you watch Crystal Palace, when they have the ball, when they attack, when they're in attacking positions, Eze is occupying that left wing side. Like he's
Yeah.
occupying. He plays in the same position as a left winger.
For Sam, I want
Yeah.
Izzy, but if I can get the elk of a Rafael,
Yes, if
I'll
you
go for
get
that.
Rodrygo, of course, that's better than Eze. 100%.
Yes, like I would go. That's what I'm saying. So for me, this season is go for the best of the best. Do whatever it takes to get them in those positions, because that's the only chance you have of beating this Liverpool. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Eze
Yes.
joins Arsenal today. Are we now the favorites to win the league?
No, because Arteta's your manager, not because of Eze.
Hold on. Rodrygo
If you
joins
sign Rodrygo, are you favorites? No, because Arteta's your manager. There you go. No problem.
So Hossam, then why are we having the Eze conversation? If you're saying Arteta is the problem, then there's no point in talking about
Because it
doesn't
increases
matter.
your chances. Because it
Increasing, but
increases
does
your
not get-
chances.
increasing.
So
but
let's say, wait, I'll answer. So I think Liverpool have the biggest chance of winning the league. City second, Arsenal third. Okay, no problem. Guess what? Now your chances are increased. So if Liverpool do have a bad season, if Liverpool do have a bad season, you're there. So it increases your chances at
But it's
least.
also just it's going based
Which-
off of what we've just seen in this game. You
so
could
which
use someone like Eze
increases
yesterday.
which increases my chances more? The elk of a Rafael Leao or Rodrygo. That elk. I'm not saying themselves, but that elk player or Eze.
Yeah, but I've already agreed with that. I don't
That's
get
what
why
I'm
you're
saying. Which is why- no,
you're
no, which-
acting like I disagree.
No,
I don't.
Which is why I'm saying that's what I would. When you asked me about the left side, I said that's what I would go put in first. I would try to fix that first before I fix the Eze thing. If Eze is going to go to Tottenham and it's not going to happen until the last day of the window, all is fair in love and war. I will just go for the top of what I need to get to fix the position. Because again, right now, if Trossard leaves, we only
Eze
have-
was working for you all summer long, and then you let
Yeah,
him go
you
to
were linked
Spurs.
with Eze the whole time. It
Honestly.
looks like that deal
You
is
let
going to
him go
happen
to your
too.
biggest rivals, bro. Come on, man.
Look,
Eze is going to be a good addition for them.
again,
Madison's injured
listen,
right now. He's
in a-
going to be
in
a
a-
good addition
listen,
for
in
them.
an ideal world, I would take Eze and the left winger. Again, my left wing is depleted. I don't have one. And if something happens to Eze in the season, if he gets knocked out for 3 games, then I'm screwed on that position.
You have one. You
So
have
my-
one. I was
You're
watching
just
your left
thinking-
winger.
okay,
He was
but
trying to
that's for
do his
anyone that
Richarlison
you sign.
impression.
my
That was
point
pretty
is,
adorable.
So my point is, Eze doesn't fix the left wing because
That's
if
the worst
Eze-
bicycle
So what
Eze
if
has.
Rafael Leao joins and he gets knocked for?
I've
a
seen
season?
better in the
Martinelli
MLS, bro. I'm just
will
saying.
come off the
You
bench.
talking about I don't have a left winger? That's
That's the
my
same thing.
highlight.
How about you hijack the Garnacho deal?
No. Forget that guy, man.
Yeah,
He
you guys can decide where he
wants.
wants to go.
That's your problem, Lewis.
Lewis. Garnacho belongs
I
to
know
you.
because you put him on the fucking thumbnail every week.
Garnacho belongs to
Lewis
you.
soon. Lewis, I told you I'll take 30 million. 30 million is cool
Cool.
for me, man. That's
Yeah,
fine.
but your club won't. So it's like we're just dragging this.
Oh my
Leave
God,
us alone.
Garnacho
Leave
belongs
us
to you,
alone,
man.
man.
Look, it'll be very interesting. I think
Use our
even
number.
next week. Look,
Block
I'm
us.
gonna just say one thing. It's away at Old Trafford and blah blah blah. We get that part, but let me tell you something right now. You do this bullshit at home to Leeds next week, bro. I'm gonna call it out even more. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no,
Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Please,
real quick,
one
Hassan,
second,
real quick,
Hamid,
sorry,
one second.
real quick. I expect us to thump Leeds at home.
you have to. You have to.
No,
Not just
listen, again,
expect. You
I
have
expect-
to.
Have to however you want to phrase it. I expect us to go in there and just I'm literally going to be drinking coffee. I'm watching the match with one eye. I'm probably playing the game because I just want to finish 90 minutes and look at the scoreline and be like, yes, done. That's what I expect when we're at home.
Be honest. Did you feel like falling asleep during that game? Be honest with me.
I was on the edge of my seat because I didn't want them to equalize. I knew we're playing.
Oh yeah, probably you were a little bit
Why would
emotional.
Why would I be bored when I know that if we had scored 2 and we're playing, I'll be like, yeah, we have some kind of cushion. But 1-0 at Old Trafford, I've seen these guys beat us 3-1 and we went down, we outplayed them. Like, what are we talking? I've seen Arsenal go there, play better than United, and lose 3-1. Anthony scored on his debut against us in that game.
I never.
The great Anthony that you guys have sold now. I mean, like, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Old Trafford is not for us, man.
I hear you. Anyway, big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Let me just grab these supers before we move on. Talk about the world champions who couldn't beat the FA Cup champions. Anyway,
Damn straight. Remember that name. Don't forget it. My G.
Ladies,
what happened?
No, it's the right name. I'm glad you used our correct pronouns.
Oh
Big
yeah,
up.
world champions couldn't beat FA Cup champions. Big up to Malik who says, "Big up the panel. Love from Dearborn." Jacob, come on, you Spurs.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Malik. Talking real nice to me. Come on, you
Big up.
motherfucking Spurs.
Guys, StreamYard is being weird. So this is how the super chats are showing on the screen now. I swear.
Is
to God.
it? No way.
I swear, like I don't even know why this is happening. Lewis, when you streamed earlier, did this happen?
No, but we just had hella lag for the chat. They had to
think
keep
they're- I think
refreshing,
they're
or they had to
updating.
use a VPN for a different
Yeah,
country.
YouTube. Same
It's
on
a
False
StreamYard or
too.
YouTube problem. It's something, but it's a fuckery.
Fairs.
Mm.
€2 from LB04. Happy Meal Toy Cup winners can't beat Crystal Palace. Frauds. We're going to talk about that next.
Hey,
Stick around.
Hassan, this is why you should be glad that I wear this belt every week. He super chats this on every app. We
Let's
making
go.
you
Big
money.
Big
the
up
chill.
LB. Big up. Big up to Sam Wick Productions. $10 Canadian from Sam Wick Productions. Most important signing is Wharton. We had no top progressive passers. Wirtz has great positioning for a number 10, but Szoboszlai and McAllister didn't pass. He had to drop deep to get the ball. He's not a De Bruyne. He's a David Silva. Oh, I disagree with you so much. I don't think he's a David Silva at all. I think I do agree though on the Szoboszlai thing. I think we need Gravenberch badly, so I can't wait for him to actually come back next week. In terms of like the way that we perform, I look forward to that part of the situation. But look, I don't think he's a David Silva. I don't think he's a KDB either. I think he's like a less dribbling version of Musiala. You know, like he's not as good as a dribbler as Musiala, but he's more creative. So we'll see. I think it's just gonna give him time. It's just 1 week. Big up to Mr. Khan for the £2. He says had to send super chat for Cuti Romero. Big up. Y'all.
Hey, come on, Mr. Khan. You're talking real nicely. Shout out Kuti. Oh, you want me to grab the shirt?
Show him the shirt. There you are.
I like Poopy Romero.
Kuti, can't you see?
Was this is his last year away kit, right?
A few years ago, actually. This is the year before last, but
Oh, this is when I first met you.
technically,
Yeah.
So this is
Kuti
the-
shirt's
is
never
that the one
been
where,
my
like,
style.
Bissouma got dropped by some Manchester City player. Is that the one? No.
I'm glad he's
Oh,
re-signed.
yeah,
4 years
yeah,
of
yeah,
watching him
yeah,
lose
yeah.
to Chelsea. Let's go.
Do what I'm
I
talking about, son. Yeah.
know, yeah, I know.
Just wait for Thomas. He got something for y'all.
Dubs in the chat for my guy Naif. Big up
I'll
to you,
rate his
Habibi.
record at the bridge. We'll see.
29 Singaporean dollars from Naif Bazaar. I says, big up Don Hussam. United will win the league. Last time
Oh
United
my
lost
God.
during an opening match and faced Fulham next game, we won the league. Also, whenever a new GTA game drops, we win the league during the year. Inevitable. You know how many like of these like little made up bullshit like conspiracies I've seen. You want to know that every time this happened literally last Champions League. You want to know what Don Robbie was saying? Every time a Pope died, an English club won the Champions League. Who won the Champions League? Paris Saint-Germain. You get me? So just because like when the first GTA dropped, you won the league, and the second one dropped, you won the league. Oh my God, we're gonna win the
Yeah,
league.
this is a mad turnaround. I've just seen like a video of a United fan that's been growing his hair until they win 5 games in a row. You gotta get him to cut his hair first before we do that.
Bro, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I said,
You might
doesn't
think I'm
apply
joking.
to
I actually got the video here once.
Oh,
Hang
I
on
know
to
the
the
guy
guy.
you're talking about. He uploads shorts on YouTube. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him. I've seen him before.
day 14, day 19, day 22, day 25, day 29, day
Oh
33,
my goodness.
day 50, day 54, day 57, day 60, day 63, day 68, day 71, day 75, day 78, day 82, day 86, day 92, day 99, day 103, day 106, day 110, day 113, day 117, day 120, day 125, day 134, day 140, day 144, day 148, day 152, day 155, day 159, day 162, day 178, day 183, day 187, day 190, day
crazy.
194, day 197, day 204, day 208, day 211, day 215, day 218,
Is
day
this
223, day 228, day 232, day 316 of not cutting my hair until Man United win 5 games in a row.
Oh
Day
my
1, day 14.
god!
Is this
See, you
Ahmed?
can
Look
do
at
that. I
the
can wear this
first
belt for
frame.
4 years, bruv.
No, wait, Lewis, bring that
Is
up,
this
please. Just look
Ahmed?
at the
That
first
yeah,
frame
well,
and the last frame.
that guy jinxed his club, man. He
No,
jinxed-
I'm sorry. We have to run it back. Just not the whole video, just the first face and the last face, please.
That's the
I just want to
first.
see the difference. Okay, go to
It's
the
on the
last
big
one.
screen. I'm on the big screen.
Yeah. It's on,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on
Alright, so
the
that's the
screen.
first one. That's the last one.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god! He grew like 5 million hair follicles.
Bro, I did the same thing for Poch, bro. Do you
He
remember?
was
I
on
weren't
like
shaving
day
my head until
100
he got
and
sacked.
something, man. He was on day like 100 and yo.
Although I actually still
Oh.
haven't shaved my head since then, so fuck.
Oh my days! Oh, this is gonna take forever. Big up to Denishan. $2 from Denishan. Pep and Slot do not rely on set pieces. Arteta is a fraud. Hey, I don't even. You want to know something? I don't even remember the last time we scored from a bloody corner, bro. We got 2 giants at the back, and we can't even I don't remember it.
Is set pieces part of the game?
Yes.
Yeah. Dinish Champele.
Is it sustainable? No. Yes.
No. A set piece part of the game.
Yes, but is it
it's-
sustainable?
No. Nobody's talking about sustainability right now. He is saying,
I am.
yeah, well, set piece is not sustainable. Of course, there's many elements to the game that you have to bring together. So if you
Thank
can
you.
score in a set piece in
Thank
this game, great. In another game, find another way to score. My point is put the ball in the back of the net, however you want to do it. Defend for your life because you have the best defense, which you've had for the last 2 seasons, and just try and get something on your cabinet. Simple. How hard is
Yes.
that? That's it.
£9.99 from Abs31. Amarim is a coward. That line we had was defensive lineup. Ahmed should have started, and the fact that Manu never had any minute in the game is criminal offense itself. Amarim out.
A lot of things he said were right. Ahmed should have started. And Manu not getting any minutes is crazy. You don't rate these guys, man.
But if you don't rate Kobe Manu, didn't Chelsea want him? Why don't you just sell him then? Sell him,
I
make
have
money.
no
6
idea.
TMs right there.
Or just buy
Yeah.
another midfielder if you don't like just play somebody else.
I know why he don't
don't
want to
play
sell
these
Manu,
guys.
by the way, because he thinks Amarim is going to get sacked soon, and then the new manager
Of
will play
course.
Manu.
Yes, of
Yes?
course. Yes. of
See, I
course.
know you, you fraud. I know you.
Of course.
Man United, look at what you're doing to your fans, is what Juno is saying. $2, big up Juno.
Take up Chico.
Big up blood. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you guys. 700 people locked in. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing. Also, all these guys' links is in the description. So, Mr. Carefree Lewis G, my brother. Chelsea, Garnacho coming to Chelsea as well. But let's address the Palace game first, please.
Yeah. So I thought we were fully ready for this season, but we still look a little bit rusty. So I think I got that one wrong. I wasn't like fuming with the way we played. I was more just frustrated with the result because we didn't win. Because even though I respect Palace and everything they've done this season, ultimately we should be winning this game. Like if we want to talk about being title contenders, this is a game that you'd ideally want to be getting 3 points in and setting a marker for the rest of the season. But we were just flat. We were very, very flat in the way that we played. That we couldn't create anything because Palmer and Enzo were just playing terribly. João Pedro was left on an island as a result of it. And I think we just were a bit pragmatic in the way that we handled the match, partly because of the defensive injuries that we've had. And there's not really that much trust in Josh Achimbong to play the centre-back role. With that in mind, I think we still handled Palace very well from a defensive point of view. We just created next to nothing. And I think the subs were a little bit too late as well. If we had Liam Delap come on a bit earlier, he'd be able to give us the physical aggression against the Palace back line that we weren't really getting from João Pedro. And he also would have been a fresh option to try and wheel the ball into. For Esteban had a great cameo when he came on. I think he was probably our standout forward, and he's got to start for us next week, well, Friday, when we play West Ham. But I'm not really, there's no alarm bells ringing over this result. I just think individuals didn't turn up. Our two creators were not creating, and you're not going to create a lot of chances when that situation's happening. And yeah, just two good defensive structures just cancelled each other out. That was it. There weren't a lot in that game because it was just a game of very few chances for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you but Lewis, what do you think about that rule? The one meets out to the wall. Like it is a rule. A rule's a rule. Goal disallowed. It is what it is. I would be happy if that happened for me, but that's scary to think that could be the decider in the game.
Hey, I'm glad it ain't, you know.
Yeah, well, true. But that
got done on a technicality. It is what it is.
Yeah.
From a legend who
recommended that rule
recommended.
until yesterday, but cool.
But there's one guy you didn't mention. Why you didn't mention, Lewis? Come on, you're a lot better than this.
Who? I said Palmer and Enzo were poor. Did you not listen?
But poor alone is just like I just don't think that's a very accurate representation.
I
of
guess
this.
it. You want a 5-minute Palmer monologue on how he was crap and everything because it helps you with Wirtz's disaster class. Palmer was poor, right?
Wirtz was a lot better than Palmer this weekend. He was.
Maybe it's a low bar, but Palmer was poor. Enzo was poor, and that's why we couldn't create anything.
Mhm.
Just kept misplacing passes left and right. We've had a very off game. Same as Enzo. That was the reason why we didn't win.
I think Chelsea deserve a lot of criticism for that performance yesterday because we said that they're going to win the first 3-4 games. I think going to build momentum and stuff. The problem with Chelsea is everything was like a little bit in slow motion. That's the problem. Like it was just slow mode, a little bit lethargic. Like I don't know why it felt like, that's me watching it. It felt like they almost wanted to pass the ball into the back of the net. Like that's the thing.
I think we were a bit more like pragmatic and a bit more reserved, and I think that comes from the manager because we don't have Tosin and Colwill. He wants to be a bit more protective when in possession as a result of that. And I think that's why we looked a little bit more slower. And also, whenever Enzo and Palmer got the ball, they were just giving it away. So that also just doesn't help anyway. We could have been pragmatic and still made more chances if our creators just did their job, and they didn't. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think if you're going to put one reason down to why we didn't win this game, well, two, Palmer and Enzo. They're the reasons. They didn't turn up.
Okay,
fair enough. Say that one of the reasons as well is the lack of goal scoring.
Yeah, but like that's because we weren't creating a lot of chances. Like bar one Esteban and Santos chance in the second half and one corner or free kick cleared off the line.
Liam Delap had a pretty good go and he shot it right at the keeper though.
Yeah, but like that weren't from the best angle. Like if you're looking at a chance that we should have buried, Andre Santos, like take a touch, brother. You don't have to hit it first time like that.
Mm-hmm.
There just weren't a lot of chances in that game for either team.
I agree. That's why
for that, or where do you think the blame lies?
Palmer and Enzo.
Just them two.
Yes, because they're our main creators, and they didn't create and just kept giving the ball away.
João Pedro, bad game for him.
We couldn't get the ball to him, and anytime he did, just got clamped. Because we know Palace are a good defensive unit. That's why I said Delap should have come on a bit earlier. Mm-hmm. Or maybe even had him play with João Pedro, and then you have two options you can cross the ball into.
Yeah.
Yes, you see the second thing that you just said? That's why for me, Maresca, like if he kept João Pedro on and brought Delap with him, it would have been a lot better. But
you do leave yourself susceptible to the counter-attack if you do that as well, because you probably have to take a midfielder off to do it.
Hey, high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. You could be sat here on 3 points as well. Like that's the other
with 0. Like I don't mind us being more defensively minded in this game because we were still good defensively. It came down to our creators just not creating because we could have been good
defensively you are good.
Hussam, maybe
defensively you are good, and as well, like this is not something that can deny. Like I actually said this about Chelsea, third strongest defense in the league last season, and you started off with a clean sheet. So defensively you are good. Like no one will deny that. The problem with Chelsea is, I think for me, everything was being played in slow motion. Either just way too slow, way too lethargic, no like real urgency to like let's go, let's try to score. Let's try to score.
What do you think about it? Maybe because of the defensive flaws that they have right now without Colwill and Tosin. Maresca is like protect the defenders. Let's try to be defensively compact. We have players in our team who can make something happen in 90 minutes. There's Cole Palmer, there's the Yao Pedros. You guys can actually at some point, you know, even if you don't get something created for you, create something out of nothing. So we get used to this system because you're not going to have Kobo for the rest of the season, the way it's looking. And you don't know when, I don't know if you know when Tosin is coming back. So I think as a manager,
he'll be back next game. It was a minor, like,
okay, that's good then. That's good. But I think as a manager, I would be thinking that way. I'd be like, I have people that can make things happen, but let's be more, you know, let's be safer with this new back four or with these new center backs so that we don't leave them susceptible to, you know, a counter from Ineze or any one of those.
And they makes a difference all of a sudden, Mr. Dayo, right?
No, for Crystal Palace, these are their creators. I'm saying, like, who else would be creating?
By the way, massive credit to Glasner as well, because this guy's been on a roll since Frankfurt days. That guy has been cooking.
And he's made Palace very hard to break down. All of us, we've all seen it when we've played them.
Yeah. He plays the same system as Man United as well.
They ain't easy to break down. Yeah, maybe you can't.
But that's why I don't understand why Maresca would start Pedro with a silent R over Liam Delap versus a team like Crystal Palace, because as a team that is defensively very sound, as he, you know, Lewis said, and as we all know, Glasner's always going to set up differently versus different opponents. And I mean, to me, I do agree with the notion that that is a very astute defensive team, especially with Chris Richards. Shout out Captain America. But for me, I just seems like a better profile would be a bigger, strong number 9 that can kind of hold up play or just react to the service that you could try to create. And I think, you know, too much direct passing and stuff is something that could be not the best thing for a guy like Liam Delap. But when you're trying to do that versus a defensively sound team, I just think that's never really going to work.
No, I hear in hindsight, maybe Delap could have started, but like the way João Pedro's been playing since he joined us, I'm not surprised at all. He had to start the first game. But I just think Delap could have come on a bit earlier. Like where Esteban was coming on around the 50th minute or something. Bring on Delap then. We did like
why not start with both of them and let Jamie Gittins, the dude who's, you know, ingratiating from the Bundesliga, let him get some more time maybe as a sub. I think that would be, I mean, again, it's kind of just nitpicking the manager's 11.
But if Palmer and Enzo did their job, we're making more chances. We might end up scoring off that, and then it's a moot point anyway. It ultimately all comes down to the lack of creativity in the middle. That's why we barely created anything in central areas.
Just to provide a little bit of a counter to that, I think that, you know, if I'm talking and I'm saying a lot of really good things and it's like everything that people are like, yeah, but no one's listening, it's almost like, what's the point of that message? Did I even communicate that message? And that's why I kind of sympathize with the likes of Cole Palmer, because it's like, if there's no one else around him that really looks like they're willing to receive the ball, aka the message, who's he even going to talk to? So it's like,
nah. Gittins was in the right position a lot of times, and the deliveries to him just weren't good. Gittins, I thought, was again another one on an island because Palmer was never.
Kickoff was at 7 a.m. I woke up at 7:05, and I just kind of like watched and listened and laid there on the couch with my son. So like, I can't say that I was like actively tacticoing this match, but it's just from an outside perspective. These are just kind of my thoughts, because I really do think
that match caused the nap across the planet, brother. That was a bad.
I didn't say I fell asleep.
I was sick as a motherfucker having to go watch it.
I was in Lewis's chat, and I think he yawned like 5 times in like 4 minutes, bro.
Bro, I'd literally just like everything in my body just and then I had to go live for that. Like, trust me, I get it. But in terms of the game, Gittins couldn't get anything because Chalobah played left centre back and he shook of doing anything with his left foot, so he never played him the ball. And whenever Palmer did, it rarely got to him. Again,
so why did Maresca say we're going to get a center back and then like a week later say, no, we're good? Because it seems like when Colville went down, you should have just went and got Gui right away.
We've been screaming to go for the centre back. I've been saying like, fuck this Garnacho deal, put that money to a centre back and tell someone that they're not getting in the Champions League squad and they can hold it. It is what it is. Tell Jackson or Nkunku, you couldn't find the club. That's a shame, man. Fuck it. It don't seem like we're doing that. So
It's weird because I heard a bunch of people
Do
saying
all
that
that and Garnacho. Do all that and Garnacho.
look, if they get me the centre back and the goalkeeper, I don't give a shit if Garnacho goes. But this is also another reason why we need Javi Simmons. When Palmer's having games like this, you just off the pitch. Just throw Javi Simmons.
Do you
in.
think so I know it got called back, that free kick from Abrechi Eze, future Tottenham Hotspur superstar. But
That's why
do
they were
you-
booing him, by the way.
They were it may sound like a boo, but it's actually a like kuois. You just missed the last part, the upward inflection. But a lot of people were saying, like, using it as an example of a time where Sanchez should have saved that shot, like that. And I'm watching it, and I was watching a channel that I'm not going to name casually that was like breaking it down frame by frame, and so I got a really good look at it, and I can't see where like allowing that to go in is necessarily Sanchez's fault, because I mean, I've played it from a goalkeeping standpoint for 20 plus years, and I've let a lot of those kind of free kicks go in because in the leagues that I play, there is no rule of blocking the vision. Like, you're allowed to block the vision of the goalkeeper. So it's like, to me, I see it as like, I don't really think he's as bad as people think he is or say he is. Maybe I just don't watch him enough, but like, I don't know. I feel like they were harping on a mistake that obviously got called back, so it's really kind of moot point. But at the same time, like, when the ball is kicked, the man can't see it. So he's just literally staring at a dude's back, and then he goes, oh, by the time he reacted, it was too late if you put some pace on that ball. So I don't know. I just think a little bit like, I feel like Palace got robbed, but also I don't really blame Sanchez for letting that goal go in if it did stand, because it's not really his fault.
That goal, I hear both sides of it. Like, it's right at Sanchez, and like, you could kind of get a hand on it, but it's also a very powerful hit from a dead ball situation. There's questions about whether his vision was blurred. I genuinely just don't know. So with that one, like, I've had the argument all day about it. I don't know. I hear arguments from both sides. Sanchez, I'm more annoyed that his passing went straight back to the shit I saw last season. It's game week 1, and I've already said, fuck this. I can't do this for 38 games. I need a goalkeeper. Fuck this. I'm not doing it. Go get me Mike Mignon like we should have done back in June. Big up for the World Cup. You'll leave with your head held high and in a good way. But nah, I can't do it for 38 games. I'm sorry. This guy's still doing the same stupidness in possession. So my problem with Sanchez wasn't the goal. It was everything else. Again, bozo long passes out for throw-ins into nobody. Again.
I did that a few times, so I simply...
There was a Sanchez pass in the 89th minute where I literally entered Lewis's stream just to see their reaction. Where like Palace were attacking, and Lewis will know the one I'm talking about. It was like completely towards the end. Palace were attacking, and then Sanchez grabs the ball, and they're like, "Okay, let's start a counterattack." And Sanchez literally just kicks it back to Palace.
Nobody
I went into Lewis's stream
to put that much power. The bum.
I
went into Lewis's stream. This is the reaction. What the fuck is he doing?
Game week 1, and I'm already tired. Like, nah, I'm not doing this for another season. I could barely tolerate in a top 4 race, and I want us to be in a title race. Fuck that.
Oh god.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, because
after this
I kind of just
some games.
After the stream, make sure you guys go subscribe to everyone on the panel. We're gonna send you guys over to Shik,
I have another end goal.
Please go to Lewis's stream and just go to the timestamp of that like goal kick. That's it. And you would see the reaction to a goal kick is hilarious because it's just so unnecessary. He got the ball and he just kicked it back to Palace. He's like, no need, Habibi.
And the maddest thing is we've had that reaction about
I'm going to say this, Sam. I don't think you've ever played goalkeeper with moderate to high stakes, because I'll be honest, a lot of times when it's bang bang like that and you're really trying to create the counter, you're just trying to get contact on the ball. You're trying.
Why are you comparing me and you to a Premier League goalkeeper who plays for Chelsea Football Club?
I'm just saying, I've done that before. What he did, you grab the ball, you kick it, and it goes directly to the opponent.
And it's okay because there's not tens of millions of people watching. That's why it's okay.
There's 10. There was 10 at least watching, and they all laughed.
That's what 0.00001% of people that watch the Chelsea game. Stop it.
Stop it.
No, but my
When me
point
and
is
you
it
were playing in
happens,
the
you know? You
playground-
just want to make contact with the ball. You want to make
Yeah,
good,
but
solid contact with the
no,
ball.
that's wrong. When you're a
You're not
goalkeeper,
thinking about where it's going. It's just
when you're a
then you
goalkeeper
send it.
who's playing for Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, any club on this panel, you can't be someone who just kicks it just because you feel a bit of pressure. It just doesn't work that way. You need to do a lot better.
I mean, maybe they watched Kingsky versus Arsenal last year, and you know the lessons were learned there. That when you do feel pressure, maybe it is sometimes better to just kick it, which is kind of, you know, it's like an old school
but here's the
goalkeepers
thing,
weren't used to
Sanchez
playing
is
with the
there.
ball at their feet. That's my point.
Goalkeeper out.
Lewis, correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't one of the reasons why they kept Sanchez because he's good on the ball?
No, that's one of the reasons why we bought him.
Was he supposed to
Okay,
get on the
and
ball?
he was good on the ball in the Club World Cup, right?
In the final.
Yeah, he's good on. Okay,
Good
so
game.
he's
I won't say the whole competition. I think the final just stood out. That
Good
game
was
player.
the best performance
if
he's ever
City
had.
bought Ederson because the reason why is because he's good on the ball and then he proceeds to pass the ball to the opposition, then that's counterproductive.
Yeah, most errors leading to shots and goals in the league for a player last season. Sanchez.
I don't mean to be all back in my day, but literally back in my day, the coaches, you were coached as a goalkeeper to be a shot stopper, not a football player with your feet. So I sympathize with the De Geas and the Hugo Llorises and maybe the Roberto Sanchez's, because I come from that same class of like,
I get a
I'm
time
good at
machine,
shot
man.
stopping. I can dive at the top corner and save a top bins. I could dive to the low bottom left, low bottom right. You know,
Football's the ball.
It's just don't pass me the fucking ball. That was always what I told my defenders if I had
Football
never
has
played
the
with
ball.
them. Don't pass the ball back to me thinking you might get it back or I'm going to do something with it. I'm just going to hoof it and hope that I don't whiff. That's basically it.
I'll be honest,
And
back in the day, like when we were growing up, no one ever brought up like passing for a goalkeeper. It's true. No one brought that up ever.
It's a
no, my brother
fundamental.
played center
That's a
back and he tried to say you
fundamental
need to get involved in the buildup. I'm like, bro, don't pass me the ball. He did it once and we conceded. So I'm like, dude, don't do it.
Quick question: Did this happen around the 92nd minute? The thing that Sanchez did towards the end of the game. What was it?
Yeah, I think it was either a goal kick or he just caught the ball and he just kicked it to them.
Well, he caught the one I see here. That's why I'm asking what time, just to be sure I'm looking at the right thing. Because again, there's that new rule of 8 seconds. Because he caught the ball here, took about 4 steps running forward, and then kicked it. And by the time he caught the ball and took off, I looked at the timer. He was already on 5, going on 6 seconds. Somebody's got to open up for him. There's a new rule with goalkeepers. Somebody's got to open up for him immediately as well. So he catches.
They made that rule because your keeper likes to stay on the ball for 5 hours.
I don't care why they made the rule. I don't care. My point is that rule exists, and because it exists,
I hear you, but you still, because he's a Chelsea goalkeeper, you expect him to do better.
I know, but somebody has to open up for
So
him.
okay, so going into the game, he knew the 8-second rule.
Yeah, the players also know that rule.
Okay,
That
do
means as a
better
player-
then.
That means as a player, I must do better and open up for my keeper because I know he can't hold it longer than 8 seconds. So if there's nobody up at the top of the pitch waiting to receive that ball and do a hold up play, right? Where do you want the keeper to do it? Throw it in the middle where you have more.
I can let you. I agree with Lewis completely. I
Not
think
kick
it's time
the
for a
ball
new
into
keeper.
the opposition's half with nobody in there.
Yeah, but
I think it's time for a new keeper for Chelsea. You can't keep doing it.
Oh yeah, it's been overdue.
I'm
Big
just
up for
saying-
the World Cup, but you gotta leave. You gotta leave. But at least Esteban was good. Shout out Esteban, shout out the back line. They all did their job at least. Caicedo was also probably the best in the midfield as per usual. And yeah, that was it.
Bears, big up.
The pressure goalkeepers feel can't be measured by the average human, only by members of the union. So I understand.
Hey, but some
the
people can hack
sentiments.
it and some can't. You're at an elite level. You're playing for one of the best clubs in the world
playing
and the
at the
only
top
world
level.
champions. Sorry,
No,
if
that's
you can't
fair.
handle the pressure, you gotta leave.
Top level.
They do say though that some of the best goalkeepers are either just really, really dumb or they have the memory of a goldfish. And if you're really, really dumb, it's a great
Or
thing to
they're
have
crazy.
because you're just like not even thinking, you're just reacting to the play. Whereas what's that, Vader? Why are you pointing at me when I say dumb?
Some of the best
No,
goalkeepers.
no. You're describing some of the best goalkeepers. You were one of them.
Clearly not. I said don't pass me the ball, and I conceded when they did pass me the ball.
You're probably
So
a good shot
I'm not a
stopper.
good goalkeeper. I was
You're a good
very
shot
average.
stopper.
I could see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still getting
yeah.
Mike Mignon, Chelsea. Stop
Which is
wasting our time.
which is
I
the
beg.
biggest
Did you
fundamental.
stop? Did you stop
You're a
any
shot
shots with your
stopper.
face?
I did once. I got knocked out, and I
Look
remember
at
I
that,
woke up.
putting
My
your
coach was
body
like,
on
"You
the line."
did it! You did it!" It was during a PK shootout. You know, hey,
You're not a keeper until you start
knocked out by
shooting.
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That was fun. I think that was the first time I ever got knocked out. When I was a
Vator
kid.
was a keeper in hockey. Big up to Todd who says $2 from Todd Miller. I don't even know how to say that, but I know what you're going to say. Estevao is here. Guess what? Estevao didn't score or do anything in that game, so hold that, Todd. Miller.
Esteban was our best forward.
Doesn't matter. I'm cooking Todd. This is between me and Todd. It's personal. It's not about Estevao. It's about him. It's about him, okay? This is about Todd. This is not about Estevao.
I'll let you have your little rivalry.
I'm not going to cook a Brazilian who just came here like he's fucking 17, bro.
Yeah,
This is
bullying
about
children.
Todd the fraud. Todd, you're a fraud, and you know why you're a fraud, Todd. It's personal with you, and it's gonna be personal to the end of the season. You're a fraud, mate. Big up to Real Me who says $5 from Real Me. Teams defend us like we're prime Barca. It's crazy. We're at a point where certain teams play us in a way we know it won't be a good game of football. Wow. Big up, Real Me, the Arsenal fan. Teams really defend you like they're prime Barca to the point where, Manchester United with Bruno and Casemiro had more possession. So explain to me.
Yeah, true.
If you're a Chelsea fan, fairs, but I recognize you that you're an Arsenal fan. If you're a Chelsea fan, then that doesn't apply either, because I don't think teams defend Chelsea like they're prime Barcelona. Like, I wouldn't go that far. Glasner is very defensive against all of our teams.
It's just a low block. We've dealt with that for years when we weren't even close to even like being in the same sentence as Barca.
You want to know something, bro? From now on, like, if there's a week leading to a Palace game, I'm going to just relax a little bit. This guy, bro, he ain't normal. This Glasner guy. He's too
I
good.
respect it, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
but
guy.
I'm toxic and negative for saying you should have gone and get Glasner instead of just
Do you like Thomas Frank or not? Yes or no?
Kudus told me to, so I'm going to listen to Mohamed Kudus.
Yeah, hold that.
The best
Hold
Mohamed
that.
in the league, the best
Yeah,
Mohamed
hold
on the
that.
right.
Yeah, no one believes that. No one believes that. No one believes that.
This
Big up to
I've
Dave
seen the
Blaze.
is what we're doing now.
You haven't seen the light, you're in the darkness again.
I've
Big
got
up
the
to
Ghanaian
Dave
Neymar. Be
Blaze,
jealous.
who said Neymar. Oh my God.
Ghanaian Neymar.
A bit late, but in 2017, when we battered Man United and still lost 3-1, did anyone curse Man U? Yes, I did. No, Man United stink out. Okay. Penalty kick for Man United. No problem. But Mbeumo should also seen red for elbow on Zubimendi. I didn't bring up the penalty kick once. I don't even think the goal should have been ruled off or anything.
I didn't even
just
bring it
think-
up either. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Baynder is too weak, brother. That's it. Baynder need to be stronger. You get me? Instead of just getting shoved off the ball. And the thing that just irritated me was he got shoved off the ball and then he just did this to the ball with his left arm. Yeah, I mean, put some power into the punch. Let it go at least like outside the penalty box. The guy just did this. Like, bro, are you trying to kiss the ball? Yani? Are you trying to seduce the football? Like, what are you doing, Habibi? You have to punch it. Fraud. Big up to Vator, says £5 from Vator. I'll be honest with you guys, this whole like money from thing is irritating me. I just want it to be automatically starred with fucking color. Okay, £5 from Vator. This fan base sometimes forget how poor Sanchez is and gassing up the Club World Cup form. It's nuts. But hey, bunch of crackheads.
Basically. My whole thing with Sanchez after World Cup, I still don't want you to be my number one, but that's the standard if you are. And you've already gone below that. So off you go.
Hey,
Did the
fair.
CIA
I
also create the
Go on.
crack epidemic over there in the UK too, or just over here?
Oh, God.
I wouldn't
Hey,
know. I haven't dabbled in that. I'm more of a weed man.
Vator is definitely a
Shout
crackhead. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. If Vator ain't a crackhead, no one's a crackhead in the entirety of that country, let me tell you. So I want to move on, talk about my club a little bit. You get me?
Liverpool.
Yes. But
Oh,
this
we're not
time,
gonna- you didn't want to talk
instead
about
of
Tottenham
you
versus
guys
Burnley?
hearing my opinion, I want to get you guys' opinion. And, who here watched the game on Friday night?
I
Everyone
watched
it?
enough of it.
I did.
Yeah, the same.
Everyone watched it?
I thought you guys were actually very good until you took your fullbacks off, and then suddenly they were able to transition on you a bit more. I thought maybe they'd be able to hold on and everything, but fucking inevitable Salah and all of that. Standard.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
you
it's
guys were the
okay.
better team all
It's
around.
okay.
You deserved to win. There was just one little patch where Bournemouth were able to pull themselves back, and they just took their chances really well.
Yeah, and I think your fullbacks, you could see it when they were subbing them that fitness. It was just fitness. It wasn't anything else. They needed to give them a game or two, and that fitness level will be up. You could see it in what's this guy in Frimpong when they were subbing him. You could just tell that he had done a lot of running. So Liverpool looked good. But the one thing that I said before the season started, and I said this to Hossam, and I said it to a lot of Liverpool fans, is defensively you can be got at. And when you play a team that is defensively solid, like a Chelsea or an Arsenal, who had third and first best defense in the league last season, if they're able to score you and hold you out, you're gonna have problems. You have very good players, you have a solid team, you have an amazing manager, but hey, that defense of yours, because you, like I said,
we can't make sweeping statements about Arsenal because it's game week 1, but we can all make sweeping statements.
No, that's not a sweep. I'm saying that because we saw Bournemouth do it, is what I'm saying. You gave up a 2-goal lead.
Bournemouth are a very well coached team.
I'm not saying they're not. My point.
When's the last time you beat Bournemouth? Tell the world right now.
Sam, that's not the point. We're talking about your game now. We're saying Liverpool game. Liverpool played better than Bournemouth.
I think Bournemouth failed to win like one of the last 6 Premier League matches, but we can move.
2 chances with a lot of space. 2 chances with a lot of space. But the second goal was Semenyo ran with the ball. Because you guys have a very attacking team, you left all that space behind. And all they had to do was put the ball down.
This thing, okay, I'll give you an actual response. This thing is going to happen to... Wait. This thing is going to happen to City and Liverpool all season. The way that we play football, by the way, Wolves had counterattacks. Wolves had chances. Trafford made a couple of good saves. They messed their lines. Strand Larson missed a couple of good headers. But when you play offensive football, this is something that me and Martin spoke about. Shout out Martin.
So you agree? So you agree with me then? That's all.
We're going to concede chances, but here's the thing: Endo's not going to come on to play right back again. Conor Bradley's back fit.
Listen, I get that. My point. My point.
Let me answer the question. When they scored that first goal and they attacked down the right-hand side, Endo was out on an island. He's a good player, and I like Endo, but he ain't the right back. Yeah. Now, will we be susceptible to counterattacks? Yeah, but we've been susceptible to counterattacks last season. We're susceptible to counterattacks always. So are City. But that's the risk. That's the risky game that we play. That I'm more than happy to play. I want us when we're 2-0 up to try to score the third goal.
If you agree with what I'm saying, what's the essence of saying, "No, when last you beat Bournemouth to that had talking about your game." Your game is what we're talking about.
I know. So I can't irritate you a little bit.
No, you're allowed to irritate everybody if you want to. Go on. I simply said, Liverpool are going to be susceptible to counterattacks, and when you play teams, and you play teams that are very good defensively, they might be able to nick something off you if they are able to counter score and then use their defense.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the reason why it's a dangerous game is you have to stop all like our nuclear weapons from scoring.
That's my point. That's the point.
There's a big nuke coming as well. See that nuke right there?
That's where the issue is. But I just think that you're right. High risk, high reward, or go home, go big, or go home. So I think Liverpool has right now. I said it to you earlier. I think Liverpool has the best squad so far. I think that they have everything that they need to do going forward. But defensively, I just feel like the amount of space that I see that they create, whenever they push up, it's a lot. And if you have someone who can break away one-on-one, and that's it on the counter, again, you can bank on Alisson. He's an amazing goalkeeper, but you don't want to keep him in that same position 3-4 times in the game, where he's one-on-one with a counter.
This A-lister's Dayo is on point today. He's bringing up some points that you can't ignore, Hussam. And you also can't just say it's week 1, right? No, we're not going to go overboard and say this is a prediction of what the season is. But we do have to point out what we've seen week 1. And what we saw from the curtain raiser, what we saw in this game. There might be some concerns for Van Dijk. He's not looking as sharp as you would expect. He displayed his aura defending on that second goal, him and Konate. That we're all taught really early. We talked about playing football. We were all taught very early. You stop the ball. Or when you're better, and you've done a little scouting, you stop the player who's most dangerous. They let the player who was most dangerous continue on with the ball. Hopefully Liverpool, and I expect Liverpool to get into better form, but it is kind of concerning that the record center back, the contract extension, he's now had 2 poor games. And you also saw a performance from one of your center backs who's got his head kind of turned He might be doing a Trent. He might not. He's in negotiations. Konate didn't look good as well. So there are some concerning things. Also, we're going to talk about your club. Maybe we don't need to talk about my club this week. But when you do have a record transfer signing, you do want a better debut than that. We're not going to hold him to it, but you would want a better debut than what you saw.
Vator,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'll say two things about Florian Wirtz.
Mm.
Everybody should keep quiet. You guys just this thing that people do with like,
Wait.
oh yeah, I don't care how much they paid for that guy. He's going to be an amazing player. We know this. Let's not
care about how much they paid for that guy.
Because let me
We've
say
never heard that before.
Listen, because
Any record signing, we've always said.
Vator, what I'm
Dayo,
saying.
let me respond.
Hold on,
Please,
Vator,
please.
what I'm saying is this, right? The game that I saw, right?
Hmm.
He's new in the league. He's expected. Okay, Ekitike came and he blended immediately. Not every player hits the ground running.
Mhm.
This is
Mhm.
where you see that players are different. But when Wirtz clicks, I feel sorry for a lot of teams. I'm not trying to glaze Liverpool. I'm talking football here. I like football outside the fact that I'm an Arsenal fan and I love Arsenal. So I can talk about the game as the game. Dude, let's not do this first game and try and criticize him. And that's the same thing I told everybody about Gyökeres. I said you can criticize all you want. He's going to score goals. He's going to bang goals.
Yeah, but you notice how me and you both keep the same energy. First of all, Mr. Vator Games, I could tell that your mind was elsewhere when you were watching the game, because 100%, if you're going to claim that Van Dijk had a bad game, your levels of fraudulence have seen no bounds.
He didn't
Like,
have a
you're
game of his
actually-
level. No.
Wait.
His level is what I talked about.
Okay, no problem. Wait. You're actually at like worse than Hamza levels right now. Like, this is not just toxic. This is nuclear waste. You're officially, as of the second, worse than Hamza, because Van Dijk had an excellent game. The one who had the shit game. Yes, the one that had the shit game was Konate, not Van Dijk, mister. So act like you actually watched the game. That's number one. Number two, Manchester City are a fantastic side. Fantastic. The difference is you faced a Wolves side that many of us have down as one of the relegated teams, or a team that finishes 17th, versus we
Thank
faced
you for
Bournemouth.
saying that as well.
Thank you.
Why are we
Lewis.
talking about City? Why are we
While
talking
we're
about City
talking
right now?
about no. Because I'm pointing out the difference. Your team got counterattacked. My team got counterattacked. Me and Martin, who's a City fan, agreed on this because we play beautiful football, Vator. You should know this. Do Liverpool and City play attacking football all the time? We do, right? It's just our DNA. So we're always going to get counterattacked. It's part of the situation. Now, because Wolves had Strand Larsen up top and no Cunha and no real creators, they could not score. Guess who Bournemouth
And
employ up
City had a
top?
great offside trap.
Yes. You know who Bournemouth have up top? The likes of Semenyo. Evan Nilsson, who's played for Porto before, played Champions League football. Like, not random players, bro. Bournemouth are a good side. And we ended up conceding. And that's with Endo playing right back. Endo is the slowest midfielder we have. And guess what? Arne Slot made a mistake and he rectified it immediately. I'll tell you the proof. Slot brought Endo to play right back. We conceded twice. He immediately brought Joe Gomez on, played him right back, pushed Endo back to midfield. He's like, nope, we're not doing this anymore. But Liverpool attacked and scored, and we ended up winning the game. And that for me, coupled with the performance that we had, shows me that we're cooking again this season. The likes of Ekitike, unbelievable game. Now, the thing is with Wirtz, look, I'll use an example from my own club so no one gets triggered. I can bring up Caicedo. I can bring up so many players who had bad debuts and good debuts. Anthony, by the way. Here's the thing that I want to explain. A lot of the players hit the ground running. I'll give you an example from my own club. Szoboszlai. Who remembers Szoboszlai first 2 months in this English Premier League? How many combined 11s did Szoboszlai make when they were calling him the Hungarian Gerrard? What were people like talking about McAllister then? No one respected him because he didn't hit the ground running. Guess what? 3 years later, everyone says McAllister's your best midfielder, which I agree with. I can bring you multiple examples. Caicedo cost penalty away at West Ham. Anthony had a great debut. He scored against Arsenal. Anthony scored against Arsenal. And now he's a better player that they want to get rid of. So that's why for me, look, with Florian Wirtz, I get there's
Palmer's debut was a 1-0 loss to Forest. I just remember that.
Yeah, I get with Florian Wirtz there's expectations because of price tags. Fair, 100%, bro. You should always have expectations, specifically when there's a big price tag involved. 100%. Wirtz wasn't shit. Wirtz picked up a lot of spaces, picked up pockets. The problem is, I just think he just needs time to get used to the pace of the league. Even when I was doing the watch along, when he got the ball in some of the danger zones, I was like, Wirtz, come on, man, this ain't Bundesliga, habibi. Because I just feel like he's used to that slow, like, version, just a little bit slower and shit slower. By the way, you talking about debuts, mister? Let's talk about the debut 3 years ago. Remember Haaland's debut in the Community Shield? Remember? You remember how many chances he missed? You want to know who scored in the Community Shield? Darwin Núñez. 3 years later, one of the greatest strikers ever now is Erling Haaland, and Darwin Núñez is in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so
how
did
on your head top?
No, I brought up
This
Núñez.
point debunked every point. Don't play with me, Vator. You can't come in here and cook me after a 4-2 win. Dunked on your fraudulent head top. You know this.
I brought up the Núñez debut a couple shows ago, so that's nothing new to me. And obviously, with regards to the Community Shield, and this is week 1, I said it right from the beginning, but you guys get so offended early. I said I'm not holding Wirtz to this or anyone for the rest of the season. I said it is concerning, however, for a debut with a record signing. Now, will he become good? Yes, he needs to. He has to. Because at that price tag, that the microscope is on him. But he did not have a good first game. That's all I want to point out.
Was the microscope on Grealish?
Yes, there was.
Oh, there was a microscope on Grealish
Of
when
course
your fan base defended him to the death in his first 6 months. Remember when he couldn't even couldn't even be like a starter regularly in the team, and then in the next 6 months of the season, he became an important player for you winning a treble. Yeah. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, that's the pressure that we're talking about.
Fabinho
you're not excused of it. Listen, you're not excused of it. Caicedo wasn't excused of it, right? So we're going to do that.
Yes, and of course, do whatever you want. But just know, I'm going to go at you specifically 100 times worse than anyone else when Wirtz hits the ground running, because unless you're saying Pep Guardiola has shit talent ID, this is who he wanted to replace Kevin De Bruyne, my brother.
Okay. And I keep telling you, there's a reason why we didn't want to spend 150 on one. We want to spend it on 3. Talking about debuts, the 3 players that I put that 150 towards, they all had great debuts, right? No one would argue that. No one would argue how Shirky looked coming off the bench. No one would argue how Reinders looked. Excuse me?
Which players are talking about?
Reinders' debut, Ait-Nouri's debut,
Reinders
and
was
Shirky.
Great. Shirky was great.
And Ait-Nouri was of quality of what we needed at left back.
Ait-Nouri was just good. He wasn't great. I wouldn't say great.
I didn't say he was great. I didn't say he was great.
Was Darwin Núñez and Anthony at their debut. They were great.
Right, Darwin Núñez scored against Man City at Wembley.
Against Man City.
Anthony scored. Was the game? The game was at the Emirates when Anthony scored, right?
We'll ignore debuts now. We won't talk about debuts.
No,
it doesn't matter. You can have good or you can
don't
have bad.
Exaggerate it.
No one's exaggerating. I'm trying to point out that we can see what good debuts are all about.
I'm just putting fuel in the fire, man.
No, it's fine. Yeah. We could.
Okay, Vator, let me ask you a genuine question. 4 10s played this weekend. 4 of them: Palmer, Wirtz, Odegaard, and Shirky. Rank them from best performer to worst performer. These 4.
Name the 4 again. Sorry.
Like the ones from the panel: Shirky, Wirtz, Palmer, Odegaard. This weekend.
So if I'm going to be fair, Shirky was subbed on. He played 20 minutes. Now I think his 20 minutes were absolutely great.
I agree.
If we're going from
he was the best one. I agree.
He was the best one, but he only played 20 minutes. Next, despite not having that impact, but again, when we look at the price tag on him and the expectations, I would say Wirtz was the second best of the weekend, but you still expect more of that. You expect a better performance.
Respect. Honestly, respect.
No, see,
I respect you now. Oh. I respect you.
Oh, you respect me now. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna put like Wirtz like last, bro. I was about to go. I was about like nope. But I respect that. I respect.
Okay, and at the same time,
again, you have to remember. Sorry, Vader. Like a guy like Wirtz in a team like Liverpool, as much as the price tag, we can scrutinize his price tag and all that. That Liverpool team is a very strong squad. So even if Wirtz is doing too much, unless he does some super amazing things, sometimes you don't even get. It's like everybody's doing something. Like TK was taking the
I
taking
hear
the
you,
shine
Dayo,
off.
but you know what? You know
That's
what?
another-
I hear you, Dayo, but we got to be consistent because it's the same way when you got Enzo, when you got Caicedo, and Don Hussam brought up Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish didn't join a team full of scrubs, right? So to have the impact, to be a star, to be a record signing with regards to the transfer, he had to do that when playing next to some very, very good players. So when you bring up the point like Liverpool, he's playing amongst some very good players. Absolutely. But he's still going to have to be scrutinized the right way. Now, if you think that I'm doing too much by doing it, I'm just doing what I've been seeing over the years. I've seen how you guys put pressure on my blue brother, and I expect to do the same thing against the Red Cartel. Dayo chiming in, I get it.
No.
Sheik staying quiet, I get it.
No,
Hussam trying to defend his boy, I get it. It makes sense.
You guys put pressure on me when I
Red
got back. I
Cartel.
didn't say nothing. I let Declan speak.
Yeah,
back.
red friends. Oh, I don't have any beef with Arsenal.
Whoa! You think I don't have beef with Man United? Are you
Yeah,
mad?
I have beef with both their clubs.
Yeah, I hope Man United get liquidated. What do you mean, red
That's
friends?
like United and I.
No, you have a red friend.
will never
Not
be
friends.
friends. United and I will never be
okay,
friends.
fair enough.
But if I'm going to analyze football, I'll
But we're
analyze.
definitely not a cartel because I'm not a part. I don't
United?
want nothing to do with Man United.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Man United.
We're not in alliance. I'm not in alliance.
Yeah,
with
let's
any of
say you
those
just
teams.
kick them out because they haven't been representing the cartel.
There's no
Yeah,
alliance.
kick out. I agree with that. See, Lewis, we are agreeing a lot today. Kick out Man United. I agree. Kick Man United out. Kick them out to the championship where they fucking belong. Kick their asses out. Man.
And City with their charges.
Cheek is going to be in so much pain when Liverpool win 21 this season. It's just Cheek, you've chosen the perfect time to become a content creator. Honestly, I think there is no more perfect.
It's okay. Our time will come. Our time will come. We'll
Yes,
Now-
yes. I was like you.
It's not
brother, I
really ruin
promise.
everyone.
Was it Hussam was your club criticized last year for rivals saying who have you played so far?
Yes,
that-
that was us.
Okay, and
Egal
who was
did
doing,
that to us. Yep.
Egal was doing that. So are we doing that week one because City played Wolves? Is that what we're doing right now?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. I'm not doing that to shit. I've said
okay.
City are very dangerous. You were there with me on the football terrace when I was doing City.
My only thing
praise
with the
with
City game is that it never told me anything I didn't already know about City.
Yeah.
Like, I knew they were going to fucking cook going forward. It was just, I want to see what you like defensively. That's why I'm
Yeah.
interested to watch your game with Spurs. I think that's going to be the right test.
Yeah.
because that's also your bogey team, by the way.
No.
So the fact that they're our bogey team, will it really
Let's
reveal
not
something?
do this. Let's not do
Jake,
this.
No, I just think they're a better side, like with
When
a better
did-
defense.
let me
and a
ask you
better
something.
attack.
Let me
You'll be
ask you
tested
something.
more.
Spurs against Man City become
Let me
Barcelona.
present you let me present you a motherfucking scenario
Present,
here.
Habibi, present.
All right. So before Pep Guardiola ever called us the Harry Kane team and that we had some Korean dude, since then we started beating City. And that was because of Heung-min Son. And who do we not have anymore? Heung-min Son. And you know, I'm a little
You
concerned
beat them
now.
with Solanke playing up top. Why are you lying to the
Yeah,
masses?
you got the best Mohammed in the Prem now.
Yeah, you got the best Muhammad in the Prem.
That's what gives
Guess
me a
what?
little bit of
The
hope.
other
That's what
Muhammad
gives me a
always
little
scores
bit of
against
hope.
Man
Yeah, you
City.
got Thomas at the wheel.
Hey, you want to know what
Thomas
the
at
other
the wheel.
Muhammad did? Let me tell you what the other Muhammad did. The second best Muhammad, mister. The second best Muhammad got a goal and an assist home and away against Manchester City. He got 4 GA in 2 games. I want that from Kudus now. Done.
I want that too.
Thomas has won at the
And
Etihad
that's from
with
Kudus.
Brentford before too.
And that's from
So-
Kudus.
Thomas is one at
And
the
if not, I will
Etihad.
send
All right, the
Vator
stars are
a
aligning.
payment to a
Yeah,
secret
Thomas has won at the
location
Etihad before.
so he could travel to the
I'm
United
just trying to run
States
Spurs agenda or Sun
and
agenda.
handle business for us.
I see how you're trying to
When
use
Spurs
Son
play Man City at Etihad, it's home game for Spurs. It's a home game for Spurs.
Oh, don't have it, Vator. Don't have it, Vator. Family, your place.
It
I
is
don't
what
have
it
it.
is.
Cheek,
It is
cheek,
what it is.
I'll be
cheek.
talking about the Spurs game later. in the week.
Why are you running away? You wanted all of us to discuss our clubs. Now they're just saying when Spurs come to the Etihad, it's Spurs home. You want to run
No,
away?
I'll talk about week one. Week two,
Am I
I'm
not
not,
wrong,
really,
though,
I'm not
Jackson?
talking about week two.
Oh,
Right?
so we're not allowed to discuss next week.
You guys are allowed to discuss anything that you want, but I'm
So I'm not allowed to discuss next week.
Are
So
you?
if
You
I
want to
tell
talk about
Lewis you
Newcastle?
better beat West
You
Ham
want
this
to talk
Friday,
about Newcastle right now?
What?
Go ahead, talk about Newcastle right now. Then
No, okay, no problem. You give me a draw and no injuries, I'll take it. The problem solved.
That's your discussion on Newcastle.
There
Okay,
you
so
Because
I
that game
want,
is going to be Monday Night Raw. That ain't going to be no football. For me, you both know.
I want to keep pace with Liverpool. So if Liverpool have a draw, I want a draw. So I'll take a draw.
Oh my God.
I want to just beat Leeds.
I'm so done with this gaslighter, bro.
I just want to beat Leeds. I get my 3 points. That's all I
You
want.
are so insane. Like, you're genuinely insane, Vator. You are elite. You're an elite gaslighter as they've come. Like, you're born for this. I'll be honest with you. Everyone subscribe to Vator Games, please. It's in the description.
Vator has an intro, man. Like he has his own W. Like, what are you talking about, man? That's his thing. Gaslighting. This guy wakes up in the morning. Now you hear, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, put your hands together for dun 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 dun.
Vader games. Yeah.
Do the intro before you drop.
Vader.
Do the intro.
Vader Games.
Yeah, actually, I do. I
Full
do have to
screen,
drop.
full
Sorry.
screen.
Do the
I do.
intro. Before you-
Big up my fellow brother.
Do the intro.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
See you,
Take care, guys.
Target
See you,
otherwise.
Anyway, guys, we're introducing a new segment of the show. I haven't even told the guys about it, but it's something new and it's a fresh idea because you guys know always we're trying to improve the show and you get me build something together. So we're actually going to talk about Spurs this season. So Jacob gets an 8-minute Spurs segment.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jacob.
You're always sitting thinking there's actually something new with the show. I was sitting here thinking there's actually something new with the show. Oh, like
That's why I interject about
Unbelievable. It
Spurs
was
so
just that
often
world
because there's no
champion final.
section, so I've got to make my own.
Hey, it's
section in
new
one
to be
section.
fair. We haven't spoken about Spurs like a long time, brother. You get to me. Talk to me, Jacob. You beat Burnley 3-0.
Before you
No, wait, Dayo. I promise you. Trust me. Dayo, I know you trust me. Wait. Jacob, are
why am I
Spurs
down
going
here?
to win the league?
Why am I
Are
down
Spurs
here?
going to
Yes.
win the league? Wait. Dayo, I told you trust me. Are Spurs going to win the league?
At this current juncture, got to say yes.
So explain it to me.
Undefeated, have yet to lose. We were top of the table already, so we know what it looked like. Just got to keep doing that. And if we can do that, we winning it all, baby. We're going to be really matching the ambition of our owner who said, I want to win Champions League and I want to win Premier League. So that's the objective. Don't worry about Thomas saying it's all about live, laugh, love, and hopefully we win some games, but we're definitely going to lose. Don't worry about that. All right. That's just a minor footnote. But, you know, in actuality, like in regards of Tottenham, I've been pretty impressed with the way that we looked versus PSG and the way that we looked versus Burnley. And I know you could say one was, they haven't played in a month, and they looked like it for about 60 minutes. And then the last 30 minutes, they really started, you know, kind of looking more like the PSG that we saw in the UCL. But, you know, there's something to be said about going to a back three or a back five, whichever way you want to look at it. And tactically doing different things per game. My only issue is I thought he was supposed to adapt in game because he, you know, has the fridge magnets and he moves them around playing shuffleboard over there on the touchline. I thought that meant that we were going to like tactically do things in game differently, but it really hasn't been that profound in that aspect, I guess. So I'm kind of still waiting to see some more in that aspect, but in regards to, you know, we won a game that we should have won. A lot of people were saying we might squeak a 1-0. We don't know where the goals are coming from. And that was one of my points was we failed to score against Luton Town, who's been relegated in consecutive seasons. So it's like, if we can't score versus them, how are we going to score versus PSG? And we somehow did it. And now all of a sudden I got Richarlison doing bicycle kicks in a Premier League match. I got Mohamed Kudus chopping motherfuckers left and right. I mean, we're doing something nice with the Prudis, the new dynamic duo of the Premier League. They calling it the Son Kane regen, but you know I ain't gonna say that. You know, I'll say Gane and Neymar mixed with R9 is what we're working with right now.
Okay,
so
you can bullshit everyone. You can't bullshit me. You haven't mentioned Eze once. Don't be a fraud. I need to hear that name, and I want to hear United Spurs of America, aka Jacob Wallraven Uncensored. If you don't know, get to know. Talk to me about Eze, brother. Why you're usually very excited about new transfers. You make crazy statements.
You quoted him as a superstar earlier. You said superstar.
Well, future Tottenham Hotspur superstar. But, you know, I have a real, what do they say over there in the island of tea? I've got a bee in my bonnet about the fact that, I mean, 12 months ago, they were talking about as he's interested. And
Lewis
we're
is the only one
edging.
that can help you, mate.
Huh?
Lewis is the only one that can help you with that
Bee
saying.
in my
None of us
bonnet,
know
mate.
what that means, by the
I
way.
got a bee in my
Oh.
bonnet. No one says that? I've heard that a lot.
I haven't heard that in years, but yeah.
What does it
So,
mean, Lewis?
It's like when you're frustrated with something, you got something you want to get off your chest.
There's a bee in my bonnet.
Oh my
Love it.
god. The way that he says it is so cockney as well. Go on.
Cockney is crazy. I'll be
Thank
honest.
God
but
Lewis is
we
here so he
moved.
can actually explain it. None of us knew what you were
Yeah, that
saying.
was a struggle for me. Oh boy.
No, I'm not getting overhyped about Ezzy because that's one of those that it's like Paulo Dybala. It's like these players that we've been linked to, and there's all the adjectives in the fucking English word dictionary they can come up with for nothing has really changed yet because Tottenham are failing to meet. Well, we're edging closer. We're approaching our finalization approach. We're Live, Laugh, Love FC on the pitch, Live, Laugh, Love FC on the PR, and we're Live, Laugh, Love FC in the transfer market because we're living, we're loving, and we're laughing. You know, I can laugh about the Gibbs White deal, but I think it's more creepy how no one's talking about the fact Snorlackis is blocking the doorway for the players trying to get off the pitch. Like, excuse me, sir. He's like, no, touch my hand. Fucking greasy ass Cheeto dust finger hand. No one want to shake that greasy sloppy mess. You disgusting oaf. Heard that all of them they posted some other PR video talking about 7 lucky fans he got to walk around this bullshit ass dusty stadium of ours and they got to meet Marinakis. I'm like, yeah, they all entered witness protection the next night, but hey, we could talk about that later. But you know,
Just to clarify, if Mr. Marinakis is watching, I'm not involved with anything Jacob says. Big up, Mr. Marinakis. I
I'm
apologize.
involved with what I am saying, Mr.
I represent
Marinakis, aka
myself. I don't
Snorlackis.
represent the
How
opinions
the fuck
of
you
all
gonna
the
be that
panelists.
rich and have that big of a
big
belly,
up
dog?
Big up Marinakis. Big up Marinakis.
That's
Mr.
the players.
Marinakis, I
Y'all are
apologize.
just saying that out of fear. Y'all all look like Gibbs White to me right now.
You wanna fuck with the Greek
yeah,
mafia?
we want them to buy someone off us. Take a Disassi or something. Sterling.
You want to fuck with the
Look,
Greek mafia?
I'm also gonna say this. Notice it's Kuti Day, and ain't no one talking to me about Kuti real nice. But here's something else he did not do in his little video of like,
fuck
yay,
Kupi
I am so
Romero.
very
Christ,
Tottenham. I
fuck
love me Tottenham. I love me Tottenham. I love it, the best club in the world. That's what he said verbatim. I've got a screenshot of it, so you can't debate it. But he also didn't say, and thank you, Mr. Levy, for letting my family eat lunch today. It was like, nah, he's not Gibbs White. So, you know, we've got actual grown-ass men over here. Shout out Marinakis, you fucking bum. How you going to be that big and that rich, bro? Come on. You could get
Fuck
Jenny
Romero,
Craig's.
bro.
Ozempic is probably very affordable. Anyway. Ezzy coming to Tottenham. I am scorned. Couldn't you tell?
Forgot. Bun that guy, bruv. Think we forgot again. Bun that guy, bruv. Hold that.
Enzo
Oh,
can
Lewis
hold that
is
as
coming
well.
for Romero.
Yeah,
Also,
Romero,
Cucurella.
Enzo.
Yeah, you
shit.
tried chuchos in
Hey,
that game,
Cucurella
that
hair
1-0
getting
in front
pulled
of my
more than
face,
Bonnie
and
Blue
he ate a
over there in
red.
the UK. So
Dickhead.
talk to me nicely.
Challenge on Enzo is crazy from Romero too.
Yeah, that's your fucking international team,
That's
mate.
that's your teammate.
Yeah,
It's
like
okay.
Sergio
So again, but
Ramos
Cucurella,
Puyol vibes.
no international teammate, but a Pedro Porro. But you don't see Pedro Porro hair getting pulled like a goddamn OnlyFans superstar.
No, just tell
Alright.
Romero, leave the hair
Subscribe,
pulling
guys.
to the
Hee
bedroom.
$3.99.
Leave the
Watch me
hair
get my
pulling to
hair
the
pulled. No,
bedroom, bruv.
Kuti will give it to you for free. How about that?
Yeah, but not in the pitch. Do it
That's
on a bed
crazy.
with your gal. Not a Cucurella.
But
On that note,
but
before
Chelsea
this,
has a mattress sponsor, and they have a mattress in the stadium, right? I
On
saw
that
that ad.
note, guys,
Nah,
before
that
the
was 2 years
stream,
ago. It's a pot era.
before the
No.
stream goes to the shits, we're talking about
am not
two
a clown.
footballers in a bed with each other. Big up to Uray Desai, €5. He says, "Hey Hussam, subbed recently. Been enjoying the chat. Thank you. Look forward to signing more of your players for free. Guess which team I support? Ooh, very difficult question. Real Madrid. We all know the team that signs the players for free. Apparently they've been getting in Saliba's pants as well to try to get him to not sign an extension. So your club does that for everyone. Big up to you, Uray. Big up to Tyler Jones, who says City won, so we get Drake Light. Hey, you want to know something, Tyler? When City win, Vator is always on some. I'll tell you who's the most unbearable from the panelists in order when they're winning, like when they're doing well. Jacob is number 1 by far. Number 2 is Vator. Number 3 is me. 4 is Dayo. 5 Lewis. 6 Shik. That's my honest ranking.
I'm not doing my job.
I haven't won.
You
You haven't even seen it because I haven't won. You guys haven't even seen it.
Hey, I heard number 1.
I don't like what she just said.
Shik, I doubt you're ever going to get me to the place where I just genuinely. You don't understand. You see,
I guess.
Jacob,
Well, guess what,
All
Hassam?
my
You'll
years
never
on
know.
YouTube, I don't even make top 4. Ugh.
Guess what, Hassam? You'll never know.
Listen, let me
We're
tell you something
winning.
about Jacob. Jacob was calling Ainge Postecoglou the best manager in the world when I met him. He was calling Romero the best defender in the world when I met him. You do not understand the shit. Madison is better than Odegaard. There were genuine Son and Mo Salah conversations. Do you understand the levels of my brother of pain that I endured with this guy? So I enjoyed
Shout out
Spurs'
Joe Matip
downfall.
every single time, either way.
I was doing back again with Lewis in those days, and Lewis vividly remembers me cooking Spurs every week. He remembers.
Yeah.
He remembers I was cooking Spurs every week. That's why Flawless became a semi-Spurs fan, because of that whole situation. You get me? You're cooking Spurs every week, and I enjoyed the demise. And then Jacob became humbled and became a new man. I thought, at least. And then they beat Burnley 3-0, and this whole thing went to the shits again. Big up to you, Tyler. Big up to Fonzie, says, Lewis, do you shower with that belt too? Be honest.
No, I would get rusty. When I don't do streams, it gets strapped up in the belt bag, and I don't see it again till the next live. I just
Fair.
bring this out for when we're streaming, just because, like, man, I've got to know, world champions, never forget.
You should have said, I wear this belt when I suplex your hoe, is what I would have said, but hey.
No, their women don't deserve to wear this belt unless they're Chelsea.
See? And then Lewis asks me, why is he less unbearable than Jacob? Now you know. Big up to Akila, who says,
Oh, I
"Will
won the
Slot
most
be-
unbearable contest? Fuck yeah, bro.
Will Slot what a trophy? Will Slot be the first to do 2 Premier League as a new manager? No, Mourinho did it first. Mourinho did back-to-back. He won when he first came, 04-05 and 05-06. They did back-to-back league titles with Jose. That's so he'd be yeah, so he'd be second if it's new manager.
Yeah.
Second if it's new manager, yeah. I'm the special one. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 57.9k, 58k soon. Come, baby, let's go. Subscribe to Jacob Allraven Uncensored. Subscribe to Shik TV. Subscribe to Banter on the Pitch. And subscribe as well to Vator Games. This stream is going to take you over to Shik TV. He's doing Mud Brothers right now. So go over there and watch it. And show him support as well, just like you show me. I'm going to be back tomorrow, inshallah, with the Coppish show and whatever the hell I've got coming up at night. Love you all, and I'm see you guys later. Peace out.
Cheers.
I love you, son.